So in this episode, we are going to go back to the Nameless Dungeon. We started it last time, which was Sunday. It feels like it's been longer than 4 days. I'm really tired today. Actually, I haven't been... I have had a rough, tiring day. It has been very long. I've been awake since 1, and I don't mean 1 p.m. like 3 hours ago. I mean 1 a.m. I've taken a couple 20-minute power naps here and there to try to get my energy going, but I've decided to do something incredibly stupid, and I am... I couldn't get any sleep, and I couldn't get anything going earlier today. So at about 6. Yeah, at about 6 o'clock, I decided to record a full run of episodes for SimCity Cities of Tomorrow. So that'll start up again once the current run of SWAT is over. And so I've done 3.5 hours of recording. Did some grocery running and some other errands, took a 20-minute power nap, and here I am going to record for 3 more hours because I'm a frickin' moron. So, amazingly, my throat doesn't hurt. You would think it would, but it doesn't. So, I mean, it did toward the end of SimCity, but right now it's not hurting. So anyway, the last time we had a stream, we entered the Nameless Cloister, or the Unknown Corridor. For whatever reason, the final dungeon has 2 names. And we did okay. We got through 2 floors on the backs of both Kit. Actually, it's mainly Kit, but our boy here, whose name I don't remember. Who is our super monster now? I named him something cool. What did I name you? Anyway, the 2 of them did enough work that we got somewhere. Krieger, that's it. Krieger and Kit did a lot of work to get us through the dungeon, but we only got to 2 floors. Now, I still don't know if this dungeon even has an ending. I don't know if it just goes on forever. The Akamura looked that up, or tried to, and we got no answer whatsoever. So hopefully, we can get somewhere today. And get a little closer to the super final Mega Ultra boss. Hopefully. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I don't know if we'll be able to even see the super ultra mega boss, or whether he would just immediately kick our ass. So... you know, it is what it is. Right now, we're going to try the Nameless Dungeon because this way we can start grinding up some endgame items and hopefully use those in-game items to get those final in-game items to get through the rest of this. I do apologize if my words are a little flighty. Like I said, I'm very tired and exhausted beyond belief. So if I start sounding funny, I apologize. It's only because I'm so tired and I can't words very good. Like saying words very good. Alright, so far so good. We're just using the same strategy where Kit basically spams Starlight, because that will keep their guts at bay and also allow us to do pretty decent damage. That is Kit's 30th knockout. And those are wins 69, 21, and 23. Nocturne is the other one we've got with us, but she doesn't really do much. She has the power, I think, to get something going, but that's about it. And we're already off to a great start for experience points. I can't remember if I even need experience points at this point for these guys. Oh shit, Jack and the Cho. Jack and the Cho is what wrecked us last time. I'm almost afraid to even open chests at this point. What?!
Fuck! Fuck!
Oh, damn. Okay, time to run. Nope, not even trying it. Not even trying it. Alright, so there are... Who got taken out? Was it... I think it was Kit. Got taken out. So those are losses. 1, 3, and 1 for the team. Hoo boy! Hang on to your hats, everyone. This is going to be a ride. I think I'm going to go right back into it. Anyway, no, I better wait until everyone has at least one training session. If anybody in the chat wants to know, please, or does know, rather. God, again, I am so sorry that I'm going to be stumbling over my words today. If anyone in the chat does know if this dungeon has an end, please let me know in the comments. You don't necessarily have to tell me exactly what floor, but I need to know if it has some sort of end. I need to know because I don't want to waste my time in the nameless dungeon forever. So,
we have Liam Fox got here.
Hello, Liam Fox. Liam Fox God.
Yep, and
welcome.
Also Little Poison 2121. Hello.
Yes, we notice you. Senpai or whatever the hell I am notices you.
And Chibi Girl is asking about Undead Nightmare. We will most likely not be returning to it.
Yes. We did Undead Nightmare with Sparkless, or I did it with Sparkless, and Sparkless has been terminated from the channel going on about 11 months now, so she will not be returning to the show. And for us, unfortunately, Undead Nightmare is her game, so even if I wanted to return to it, I'd have to go buy it. But
we don't exactly have cash dollars to shell out right now.
I mean, Undead Nightmare isn't that expensive at this point. We were playing it on the 360 rather than playing a next-gen version, remix, whatever. But, where the hell did I move to? Oh shit, I didn't select where I was moving. I just kind of clicked through. Whoops. But yeah, I don't know. I forgot. I don't know if we were ever going to even do it. I can't remember at the end of Undead Nightmare if we were talking about whether we were going to go back and do episodes again. But, yeah, I don't really have a tremendous amount of interest to go back to it, to be honest. Because, you know, we did everything that we kind of set out to do, other than getting all those bonus creatures, so. And I think it'd be a weird dynamic Chibi Girl if you send it to me, because we're going to go from, like, what was it, like 56 episodes with Sparkless, and then all of a sudden I'm doing it solo or with the Akamura. It's just kind of weird. So I'm leaving that one to rest. I feel that was a completed series, and you know, it did what it did. Yes, I do remember you, Ara. Your name's very familiar. I know you were a regular for a while.
Yep, you wanted to play what was it called? That Final Fantasy war game.
Dissidia?
No, not Dissidia. The Money Sink.
Oh, A New Empire?
That! You wanted to play that with us.
But yeah, like I do remember you the night. Like we're not we're big enough to attract spammers, but not big enough for me to forget the people who actually speak on this channel. So I do remember you, although I don't remember what games you've attended or what streams you've attended exactly. But you know, I do remember you. I'm not quite that big yet. I will say I'm getting close to that point. I was recently mixing up a few of my female fans. I don't know why I qualified that. Like, two particular fans of mine, one plays Final Fantasy XIV rather religiously. I haven't seen her in a while. I should check in and say hi. The other kind of plays it, but not as religiously, and I mixed them up, which I felt a little bad about. So, it is what it is. Okay, we need to save
Chibi
up
Girl,
for this.
if you want to see ponies, do you mind doing a Final Fantasy XIV after party, and I can show off Boras?
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
His name is Boreas, but Boras.
Boras. Oh my god, we can give people a cute little bow tie.
Oh my god!
It doesn't do anything. Oh wait, it must do something. It's gear.
We could just have a mount show off. We can show off my new hen.
I need moon gems and star gems. There's a gold charm. Kinda.
Wow, it's illegal.
Well, these two are illegal, but I can't afford them. I can't afford a legendary gold charm, but I don't know what it does. That's one problem with these exchanges. Like, I don't want to buy the item and then have it be some piece of crap. I guess I could save my game real quick. And then buy it, and then if it's garbage for me, I can reload.
Hey, kids, want to buy something illegal? But that's illegal! Okay.
Oh, or I can't get into Final Fantasy. It's cool. Not
That's
every
okay.
game's for everyone.
I mean, we're just going to be showing off ponies.
Exactly. Although we're doing the after party, I need to, I've got some things I need to do anyway. Alright, so what I'm going to do, some tasks that is, not really quests, but I do have a couple quests I need to do.
I have dailies. Do you want to do Wondrous Tales with me or no?
Let's get there before I
Okay.
make a decision on that. For all I know, after speaking for 3 hours, I may not have the gumption, which is not an appropriate word in this context, to actually speak anymore. So let's burn that bridge when we get there.
Are you making fun of me because I used
Yes,
the word...
I did.
I
yes,
used
I
the
am.
word gumption weirdly yesterday, and he's been making fun of me for
It's
it.
cute. This is
No.
a cutie.
No.
You know, but yeah, speaking of games you can't get into, like, that's how I feel about dungeons. You know, we've done games like that for the show. Like, I've tried on 4 or 5 separate occasions to get into dungeons, even going so far as to record it. And after 4 or 5 attempts, you can't say I didn't give it a shot, because I think I've got about 20 hours on that one, and I just don't like it. I cannot stick with it, and I just have to let it go at some point because of my sanity. You know, there's no reason to keep beating that dead horse.
I'm not cute. Shut up.
I mean, Ryu just perfectly
No.
described it, so...
No.
The harder you deny being cute, the cuter it is.
No.
It's cute.
No.
Live action is more my forte. I'm sorry, fort. It's forte.
So you're loud?
British people pronounce it fort. Here in America, it's pronounced forte, even though it doesn't have the little woohoo over the E.
The little what?
The little woohoo.
The little what?
The little woohoo.
The little what? You're so cute.
You're cute.
You're
All right.
you.
So we are going to buy...
That's what it's called. I don't even give a fuck what it was before. It's a
I
woohoo.
think it's called an accent.
It's a woohoo.
Exactly. All right. So what did I just get? I bought the item. Let's see what this item is. Let's see how cool this gear is.
Guys, I'm not cute. Shut up.
Equipment.
Shut your face
It's
holes.
the only one I've got that's a legend. Doopa 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 doo. Doopa 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 doo. Doopa doopa doo. God, look at all these items. There it is. Accuracy up during paralysis, super damage, during anger, super damage. That's not very helpful. At all. At all. So we're just going to reload our save once we get back to town and save scum the hell out of that.
It's about as helpful as an ice pick for a tumor.
I mean, large boosts of accuracy is useful. Don't get me wrong. But, oh god. Can I quit? Can I just quit? Can I just quit? Can I just say, no, I don't want to do the show? Albert, help me out here. Can I? Well, I'm just gonna frickin' stand here then. Screw you, Albert. I'm so edgy I put eyeliner on my eyeliner and cut halves in half. Ara, you are so hardcore.
After a while he just bows. It looks like my assistant's being a dick.
And then he just randomly picks a minigame for me to play. Well, I'm not gonna do it. You can just slap your tambourines all over yourself, Nayuta. I am not gonna play ball with you.
Bad.
You're bad. I mean, I should practice this, but fuck it. Knowing my luck, I'll freaking ace it since I'm not saving this.
Not cut at all? What?
What?
I don't think I'm pausing.
Oh, cute.
I'm not cute.
No. Ara's saying they is not cute. I think Ara's a boy. Male. Man. Whatever.
Everybody redirect the cuteness toward Ara.
So, anywho, how are you guys doing? Did you enjoy the Super Bowl? That's why we only did 2 floors of the last dungeon the last time. We stopped for the Super Bowl and watched the Patriots humiliate themselves, or mainly watch Tom Brady humiliate himself, which was a particularly joyous highlight of my Sunday. I feel no ill will toward the man beyond, I hope he loses to the Steelers. But because they aren't the Steelers, and because Tom Brady has enough rings, and I didn't want him equaling the Steelers' Super Bowl wins record, good for him for losing and dropping the ball in the 4th quarter during the final drive.
Yeah. If you can, look back through the Discord chat, because we were screaming to rate him.
Oh, man. I don't know if you saw, Kalo, so Kalo usually posts, Kalo usually tries to catch up on all the posts overnight. And he woke up and I even mentioned during it, like, there is no way he's reading through all of these. And he got the alert that there were like 1,495 new messages. And he's like, nope, not going to read that. And I was happy that we posted so many messages. Although we posted so many messages between only about 3 of us all screaming about the Super Bowl. It was fantastic. Thank you, Nightbot. So I am drinking coffee. I listened to one of my favorite rock songs before streaming. I even sang along to it before stopping that nonsense, because no one wants to hear that. And for those of you who ever want to hear me sing on the archives, that's not happening. So don't bother asking. Because I will never sing publicly in any form or anything, because just no. Just no. Alright, I need to load my save before I do anything else. Boop. That was a long-ass day that I'm losing because of the show. Oh, also, those of you who are in the chat and maybe watching from the archive, Chibi Girl... Was it Chibi Girl? Was it Tofu? I forget. I think it was Chibi Girl. Asked in the Discord chat, and by the way, you can join the Discord with a link that's down in the video description. One of them, I think it was Chibi Girl, asked me to do Monster Rancher DS, and although I've got Monster Rancher 1 as the next one I was going to do, it is your Let's Play too. So if you want me to do Monster Rancher DS instead of Monster Rancher 1, which was my original plan, please let me know in the comments, and I will consider it. I've thought about just turning it into a video, like just putting up a video that says, help Pyro decide what game he plays next, which is the most first-person situation, or first world situation you possibly have. But,
it's not like we're asking, or it's not like we're picking out what shade of Uggs you need to wear with your outfit, so shush.
So, but yeah, I've thought about throwing it out there to you guys to decide, because I'm fine with either. I want to play both anyway. So that is what I'm going to do eventually. And I have a feeling both of them will do pretty well on numbers here. I would think that DS would do slightly better, because Monster Rancher 1 was a little rough, and Monster Rancher DS is rare enough that I have a feeling that not a whole lot of people would do an LP of it. So, I don't know. I mean, I meant rare in the sense that, like, most people don't do DS games on YouTube because it's generally harder to capture those, and they always look weird anyway when you do computer captures of DS games. Since you have to put the screen side by side, which looks awkward, or you make it vertical, which is hard to see. It's kind of weird. Capturing DS games for YouTube is a bit of a...
Pain in the ass?
It's an adventure. It is an adventure. Do something with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? What is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
It's an anime?
Is it?
I think. That's all I know. I tried to get into it once. Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Wasn't my thing.
I don't even know what it is, so fair enough. I've also I did a video, or watched a video rather, on criminally underrated PS2 games. That was done by What Culture, and one of the games they mentioned was Dark Cloud 2. Although apparently in the UK it's called Dark Chronicle, which I didn't know. Didn't know it had an alternate name. But anyway, Dark Cloud 2 is one that I would love to play, and nobody would like to watch it because it would take for goddamn ever. I mean, we're talking a series that could rival Monster Rancher 4 with how long it would take me. When I played it originally, I didn't do everything or go anywhere, and it still took me like 80 some odd hours. Like that wouldn't be a serious pain in the ass to do for the show. But I like it, so maybe one day we'll at least do it for a stream or something. I have so many games I want to get to, and the problem is I have to start cutting into some of what we're doing because I have too many active series as it is. We've got 5 or 6 active series right now, and one of the ones that we may be dropping is SWAT 4 because it's not doing the numbers I was hoping it would do. Unfortunately, like, I love the game. I've been wanting to play it, but as one of my newest fans pointed out, that my style doesn't exactly mesh well with tactical shooters or shooters in general because I'm too calm and relaxed. So as he put it, it's more like an accountant with a gun when I try to do a tactical shooter, which disappoints me a little bit, but I can't deny the truth to that. I'm a little too calm for bang bang shooty shooty pow pow. So, oh, you'd want to watch it? It's Dark Cloud 2 is one of Kalo's favorite games. So, he sort of wanted me to do it, but it'd be mainly a nostalgia trip, and I sort of doubt that Kalo would watch the whole thing, just only because the game is so freaking long. Like, you guys don't understand how long Dark Cloud 2 is. It's ridiculous. It's really fun, though. One of my favorite parts of it is there's a male character and a female character who are the main protagonists, and there is no romantic whatever between them. And it's not that I am against romance in games. It's fine. It's just that it's been done to death. Like, you always have male and a female. They always hook up and blah blah blah. And it's not for this one. Just Monica's a princess from the future for reasons, and Max is just a dude, and they work together to solve a problem, and the problem's over, and she goes back to the future, and everyone says goodbye, and we're out. And I like that. It's different. It's cool. So,
I don't mind romance in games, but you know what really grinds my gears? When there's a sequel and 2 characters get together when they had absolutely no chemistry in the first game.
Yes. The only time I find that as a plot device that worked was the movie Speed, because they hand-waved it, which I thought was really funny. So, did you ever see Speed?
Bits and pieces.
So, that's the movie with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, and they're on the bus. And if the bus...
one that's not the lake house?
Yes, the one that is not the lake house. And so if the bus slows down below a certain speed, the bomb explodes. It was a really good movie. Speed 1 was really good. Early on, they talk about, when there's the first inklings of a romance between them, one of them said, I think it's Sandra Bullock, says something like, relationships that are based on a single traumatic event never work out. And that's one of the... I can't remember the context, but it was not a forced line. It sort of made sense in context. And then right at the end of the movie, they fall on each other in the bus because the bus finally stops. And they're in that, kissy moment, but they don't actually smooch. And Keanu Reeves is like, I heard once that when there are 2 people in a relationship based on a traumatic moment, it never works out. And Sandra Bullock looks at him and goes, huh, and I guess we'll just have to make this about sex. And then they make out. And it was funny as hell. It's just and then predictably in Speed 2, Keanu Reeves didn't re-sign to do it. And so they just hand-waved that they broke up. Because, obviously, they were going to break up. It was kind of funny. It was really kind of funny.
We're doing Speed 2, and Keanu Reeves is like, huh, no.
Yeah, Speed 2 was awful. Although Speed 2 does have Sandra Bullock in a bikini top, so, thumbs up for me. But other than
If I want
that...
Sandra Bullock in a bikini top, I'll just go to Google Images.
Exactly. But, other than that, the movie was useless. So, I definitely don't recommend anyone watch Speed 2. Speed 1 was pretty good. Speed 1 was pretty good. I wish for 2 hugs. One for pity, one for pity. I'll hug you, Ara. I'm a hugger. Which is strange.
Are you Bailey?
I have... Okay, I'm not that much of a hugger. I also don't have a series of wacky, waving, inflatable arm tube men at my disposal.
That's what the weird little pumpkin heads are for.
Pumpkin heads?
On stage.
What?
They're your Bailey buddies.
What pumpkin heads?
These guys.
What guys? What are you
Finish
talking
up
about?
with Nayuda and you'll see 'em.
Oh, it's... Wait, what? It's in the game? Oh, the eggs. Okay,
Eggs.
yes.
Pumpkin
yes.
eggs.
Pumpkin eggs. Oh,
Yes,
wouldn't
they're
that just be
pumpkin
seeds?
faces.
Who said that? Oh, Chibi Girl says she's got the first Dark Cloud, and it was really long, but she's never seen Dark Cloud 2. Dark Cloud 2 is fucking amazing. Now, I never played Dark Cloud 1, and it did have some problems, apparently. I can't really speak to them since, again, I've never played it. But Dark Cloud 2 apparently fixed all the problems, and everyone thinks Dark Cloud 2 is amazing, just nobody bought the thing, so that's one of those pieces of art that was unfortunately sort of shunted aside.
It's the Velvet Underground of games.
Yes, I am ignoring
Those guys.
Yes, they were called the eggs. Yes, I'm ignoring Cerberus because he's less important than the other 3 right now. It's just the way it is, because we're actually fighting with the other 3. So, Antibot. Yeah, I always wanted to try the original. Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2 are both available on the PSN, and they are each $15. That's why I picked up number 2, because I have such fond memories. Oh, Cerberus is locked! When did that happen? When did Cerberus become, mature? See that? Because he didn't gain any stats?
Huh.
I don't know when that happened. Krieger got a frick ton of accuracy. Holy God. Shit, man.
Time to put the pupper in the blast cello?
I need to get Kit's accuracy up. I need that page. Stand by, everyone. I need to go to monsterrancher.com for a second. So we need to get a trampoline. Because that's accuracy and intelligence. Tico, it looks like the monster you're raising has completely fulfilled its potential. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Who was he raising? Shut up, Tico. Shut up. Nobody cares about you. Just shut up. Let's see if I can figure out who he was raising. Tico was raising Cerberus. Okay.
Chibi Girl is calling for puppies. Ooh, let's crossbreed Cerberus with one of the Danger Mons.
Oh,
That'll
that's
be
who we just
funny.
got hit with. Alright. One of the Danger Bonds?
Yes.
I can do that. What? Why do I give her that trick? Oh, for the intelligence. Okay, so now we have to swap to the accuracy. Alright. So, I will do that for you, the Akamura. Let us seal up Cerberus. Ah, shit, I gotta release somebody. Damn it. Who do we release? Sorry, Derpy. You were our first monster. I liked you a little bit. But you just don't have the numbers, buddy. Bye,
Yeah,
Derpy.
you were pretty derpy.
He really was. Okay. No. Back off. No! Damn it, Nayuda. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm confused right now. It's just because I'm so tired. Alright, so...
Ryu is asking if there's more kids for nukes.
Oh god, yes. Nukes is good for a while. We're not getting rid of him anytime soon. Same with Nightmare. Since those two are our main alphas, I'm not going to futz about with their. I'm not going to futz about with them yet. I know I picked it up from you. It's a cute word. I am getting some sort of something somewhere. What the hell is going on?
Chibi Girl is asking for Sub-Dragon.
Oh, whoa! Our fan from Australia has just pimped this stream to the Epic Tavern group, so thank you. Anyway, what? One more time?
Chibi Girl is asking if we can add Sub-Dragon.
Sub-Dragon? We could do a Pixie Dragon.
Pepper.
Oh, a Pupper Dragon? Sure. Let's try it. So, because we have Anthemos here, and Anthemos is sort of a mid-level monster. I mean, he helped produce Nukes. I don't think he helped Pastrami, though. But
crossbreed with Nukes, because Nukes has better stuff, doesn't he?
Yes, but... Oh, well, he does have a fudge ton of DNA I can work with. Alright, let's do it. We'll do Nukes and,
Fudge ton.
Fudge ton. I'm trying to censor myself.
Fudge ton.
Alright, so Nukes and Cerberus are going to have a dragon puppy, probably.
I'm not trying to make fun of you, you're just really cute. And I love you.
So there's a dragon puppy, or that's it. We can do a dragon puppy.
With lots of DNA.
Yes, with lots of DNA. But Chibi Girl was wanting puppies, right?
Yep.
Like, she was specifically wanting a puppy.
Oh, we can't do a puppy dragon?
No.
Why the fuck not?
Excellent question. Let's see. Bread. Alright, let's try Anthemos. I bet you it'll work then. Let's try Anthemos and Cerberus. Nope.
Fuck.
Either a pure dragon, who isn't all that good. Wow, none of those are good.
Nope.
Is Anthemos that shitty?
Let's try Nightmare.
Wait a minute, let's swap this. Let's do Cerberus first, and then Anthemos, and see if that makes any sort of difference. Nope, didn't make a difference. So who?
Let's try Nightmare. Isn't he
Cerberus and
Dargan?
Nightmare? No, he's
Yep, Chibi Girl says use the Zan.
yeah. Like that right there is a good balance anyway. Okay, I see part of the problem. Cerberus had no attack power. He just had a ton of speed, and that was it. So,
There we go. Ooh.
Night Fang?
That sounds scary as shit.
It does. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Hell yes. Okay, so we bred Nightmare and Cerberus. Make that an active monster because Cerberus is now sealed. Night Fang, main breed Tiger, sub-breed Zan, and all these numbers are zeros. Alright, so now I need to find a... Nope, not using that.
Yep, we have hearts and also do that, exclamation marks. Everybody's excited.
Awesome. Thank you for looking at the chat because since I'm occupied doing all this typing, I can't see it. All right.
It may not be Nukes' kid, but I'm still claiming it as a grand monstrosity.
All right, let's check my names list while okay, last week, or I should say 4 days ago, we had a relative newcomer to the chat named KJ Friend 1, and because I know that they're still watching, holy crap!
Oh my god.
I may have just pooped a little.
I like how we're making just this great pantheon of Ryu D's monstrous offspring.
So, KJ Friend 1 submitted the name Win, and I'm going to name the monster Win, even though that's a little, it might be a little dry for such an awesome monster, but you know what? I don't mind. We can keep them off balance, like naming a mean pit bull, Cuddles. So, but and the reason I reward loyalty, so to speak. I like loyalty, and that makes it sound like I'm a freaking mafia person, but I'm not. I'm just saying I like loyalty, and I asked KJ Friend 1 to please post the name they wanted in a particular thread, and they did. Like, they were happy to oblige, so I am happy to oblige right back. So, hello, Win. Alright, can I examine my book? I probably can't, because it's going to... She's going to yell at me since I have too many monsters, right? Yeah, okay. We'll check that out in a second.
Ryu says, win will win.
Exactly. Alright. So, what does Tico like? I think Tico likes speed. Which isn't a bad balance. Since he's cool. That's not good. That means he doesn't like being pushed really hard. I like a monster with good speed! Alright. Well, that's what we got then. Speed and accuracy. Woohoo! This is cool! Shut up, Tico.
Know what else is cool? You shutting up.
Alright, let's, I'm getting tweeted at by someone I don't know. That can wait. Okay. Alright, so we are going to now head off to the store and pick up some new gadgets. After I check out the book, and we can see what the description for Night Fang is. Because holy crap, it made me poop a little. There we go. There we go. One touch of its sleek, dark body, and you'll get a glimpse into its cold and unforgiving heart. But in battle, its graceful moves will impress you. Well then.
So does that mean when you touch it, you're inundated with, like, shock sights, or what?
I don't want to pet him. I'm
do
too
you
scared.
pet him and get visions of Tub Girl?
Tub Girl?
Don't look that up if you don't know what Tub Girl is, but if y'all know what Tub Girl is, right.
What is Tub Girl?
A shock sight. Don't look it up.
I think you actually... It sounds familiar.
I did not show it to you.
No, I know. I must have looked it up or, looked up its description at one point. That's my grand monstrosity. Total badass. Alright. We have plenty of cat. We have essentially unlimited money here. At 300,000, it's loads of money. Alright, so let me once again consult that website so I can see what I'm looking at here. Tigers can use Box Mag for intelligence. That's not happening. Stick Ride for speed. Cannon Relay for life and power. Drumbeat for defense. Double Wheel for intelligence and speed. Trampoline for accuracy and intelligence. Knife Throw for accuracy. Plate Spin for life. Prop Ball for speed. Gyro Spin for power. What is the...
You have to plate spin for your life.
Let's do the Cannon Relay, because my monsters have been getting the shit kicked out of them lately. So that's power and life, but we'll also add an accuracy tank. May increase skill level maximum. That's how to do it. That's how to do it. Okay. And then we'll add a prop. Makes light pictures on the ground. Sure, why not? It's been a while since we've made a trick for anybody. So, accuracy, cannon kit, photo light. Done. That is a lot of life gain. Press square to check its... Oh yeah, baby. That's going to happen. Alright, and then we need an intelligence one for our pixie, so that's double wheel. So Let's see, so that's intelligence and speed, and we'll add an accuracy tank on it. Okay. Double wheel, there we go. And sparks will fly. Sure, that sounds pretty. And pixies are pretty. Well, they're not destroying your face with their magical powers.
Oh, you didn't need that face. Gosh.
So, accuracy, wheel, Dynaparts. That is a lot of intelligence gain. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. Alright, so we've got tricks for those two. We're done with our... Oh, we're not done with our week. I want to make sure that he's getting along with Tico. Tico's going to be unhappy that I'm changing his trick, but Tico can suck it up and not be a little bitch wearing his onesie like he is. Why was it a hand-me-down? Why at some point did Windlore wear a onesie? These are the eternal questions I don't want answers to. Even though Windlore is the only thing that matters. Oh, Tico is having problems, because of course he is. This one just won't bond with me. Maybe I should change my training policy? It's sometimes necessary to give presents to create a bond between you and your monster. We've been at this for 10 years. You would think you would know this already. This one looks like it might want a Larynx. I see, thanks. I don't have any money right now. Hey, bro, can you buy one for me? Yeah, sure, here you go. Have some drugs. Thank you. Alright, this should help. Right. And you still doing good, my dude? He's doing good. Alright. Next week. Chibi Girl says my baby will kill all.
He's doing that Russian dance to strengthen his knees for spin kicking.
Yes.
Everybody be afraid right now.
Alright, so your trick is now the double wheel. Because that's going to be a butt ton of intelligence. Like, look at this. That's what she's working with now. Sorry, the Akamura's on her phone. That's the trick she's been working with now. That's what she's getting into. That is a ridiculous difference.
Yes.
Especially since intelligence is what determines attack strength here. And now Tico is going to be unhappy because we're going to give you the cannon. And you're not going to... Wait, was it the cannon? Yes, it was the cannon. You're not going to like having the cannon. Stop teasing. You can do better than that. Yeah, well, shut your face. Shut your pie hole. Alright, anyway. Ryu and Chibi Girl's kids make the best babies. Clearly. So... Whoa. Really? You would think that would do really bad things for his neck because of the whiplash.
He's just puking a lot.
That explains why there's so much room in the cannon.
Can you imagine after, like, 20 shots, he's just a curled up husk of a puppy, just constantly dribbling puke?
Aw. Well, that might happen since he's having to do this for a week straight. So, you might have some issues, but that's okay. Imagine I finally get a monster named after me and it's a mochi. I'm not raising mochis. Don't worry, Aura. It's not happening. I hate them. I hate the way they fight. I hate the way they look. They can go suck it. Metaphorically. I hate them. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to set an adventure for next week because even though both of the newbies are kind of young, I need to at least gauge their strength. And we may as well shoot them out of a cannon at Bilt's character. I mean, we may as well give it a shot, right? Let's see. I can do... Kit's got a butt ton. See, look at that. Like, Win already has a lot of experience points. So, I just need to give him some good, strong... distance attack here. Far range, hits a group. Oh my god, look! Win has a Windlore attack.
Oh my god, that's the only thing that matters.
It's the only thing that matters. The only thing. Alright, so... Oh, he is calm. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, so we want... let's see... Power types increase in power. Yes, we need that. Hercules is an upgrade, not enough AP. Short range, far range. Hit rate increases, we need that. And then the rest will have to grind for some experience points. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I should have saved. We're going to go back into the Nameless Cloister next week. And I'm going to ignore all treasure chests, which sort of defeats the purpose of even being there, because part of the reason that you want the Nameless Cloister is for the treasure chests. But I want to go in not only to see if I can see... I want to see if I can get to the end, if there even is an end. But short of that, we need to grind for experience points, and there's no reason to risk everyone against a frickin' Jack in the Joe. So, we are going to beat the crap out of these guys with Kit, Krieger, and Win. Kit is the bodyguard. Everybody else is just kind of along for the ride. So, hey, we got an illegal item! Power up, intelligence up, and fatigue recovery are up.
Wow, tattoos are illegal.
Hell yeah, we're gonna tat her up. When did we get that? Alright, power up, accuracy up. Accuracy. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Alright, let's do it. Favorite monster is the Ice Dragon. Seriously, though, the only thing more badass than getting shot out of a cannon is getting a shot of one cannon right into another cannon. Whoa, what the hell is going on here? That's a very scary thing. Alright, by the way, you can swear. I'm not sure why Ryu is censoring himself, but you guys are more than welcome to swear. I don't care. That is a ridiculous amount of offense. Holy shit, kid. Good God. Alright, so... that's 3 more knockouts, and that's wins 70, 22, and 1. 7, 22, and 1 for the team. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ryu censors himself out of habit. Recently, Ryu did a series on our show, and he very rarely swore, and that's cool. Like, no judgments for me. Actually, if you want to ever do a series for the channel and you go out of your way not to swear, it opens us up to a different audience, which is fine. So I don't care. You do you. And because when, like, for me, I don't swear for the comedy aspect of it. I just talk like that. I have been censoring myself lately, just kind of as a personal challenge and kind of as I don't want to. Well, that's fucking rude, Pixie. See that shit?
Not properly? Is Floofers in the way?
Pixie has 1 hit point left. She took an attack for 1,561 hit points.
Reverse squall.
I mean, technically, her heart is still beating. Well, never mind. We ended that nonsense immediately. Anybot, oh, you do swear a lot, really? Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I've been kind of trying to suppress my swearing, just because if I'm in a public place or around certain people, I don't want to accidentally drop an F-bomb on them. Like our neighbor Lisa, who owns Thunder, doesn't like the F-bomb, so I intentionally try not to swear because I don't like swearing around her. Although she's not one who gets super offended or whatever at it, but whatever. Anyway, that's just how I roll. So, the fact that this dungeon is randomly generated makes me doubt that it actually has an end. Can you try doing even more research on that, the Akamura? See if it has an end. I know you did a little bit of research. We didn't get an answer.
It's the Unknown Corridor?
Yeah, it's called the Unknown Corridor and the Nameless Cloister, or Final Dungeon is Oh, dude, we're getting some good items just from fighting. We don't need to open frickin' treasure chests. Screw that noise. So I don't know where I picked up my swearing habit from, because I think, like, I swore a lot when I was a teenager, but I think all teenagers kind of swear, or at least the ones I grew up with. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's different cultures for different spots around the world, but like teenagers in my school thought it was edgy and cool, and like we're cool for being anti-authority, and authority doesn't want us to say those naughty words, so we're going to say those naughty words. And I don't know, it's whatever. So, I was part of it. I don't know. But then I started working at a factory. That was my first job. Well, it was a factory-like setting. And hello, DG! Thank you for joining us. So when I worked at the factory, everybody swore, so I just sort of, I guess I swore as well just to fit in.
I'm not finding anything again.
Then I had to try to re-censor myself when I went to Walmart.
Nothing but that.
Nothing but the one question.
Yep.
What about YouTube? Is there a video perhaps called Nameless Cloister Walkthrough? It would shock me if there is, since I'm one of the few who even is doing Evo, which is fantastic. Although you would think since I'm one of the few who's doing Evo, I'd have more views on this series, but whatevs. I'm not bitter or anything. Or jealous. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't done any deep research on it.
Nope, that's us. Nope.
There's something that feels good about searching for a specific thing and your video comes up. That makes me feel pretty good.
That means Final Fantasy X. Let's try the Unknown Corridor.
I'm doing something fairly correct with my life. And I've said before, if Monster Rancher is the one that is gonna get me on the map, then I am more than happy to accept it. Interestingly, you know how I've said that it's always the series I don't expect to do well that does well? That was not rhetorical.
I'm looking through the videos.
So...
Sorry.
It's okay. So... Oh, good. There's some invincibility frames. Haha. Fuck you. I almost said suck it, but I started to say fuck, so it was either going to be fuck it, or I had to sing-song my way through that smoothly. Boy, I'm so smooth.
Nope. I'm coming up with a lot of things for the game, the corridor, which always aren't scary.
Interesting. So, maybe we'll break new ground here, everybody. What do you think about that? Can you keep tick marks somewhere? Because I'm on floor 2. I want to be able to count how many floors there are if there is an end. Yes. We are on floor 2. So, anyway, I was saying that it's always the series I don't expect to do well. And I was talking with Tofa about Monster Rancher 4 because the series started in a way that if I could do over, I would do it. Because the very first thing I did on Monster Rancher 4 was I went, woo! I'm excited about this one! And that's how I felt, but I was playing up the whole woo thing. Because I was hoping that, like, it would make me funny or cool or some shit. Tick mark, please. So, I don't know, if I was thinking being loud and whatever was good for my image? Question mark? So, but then, like, I also skipped the very beginning of the story and was like, no one cares about this. Basically, this kid washes up on shore. Done. You know the story. And, like, if I could redo it, I wouldn't have wooed. I would have done my full opening, because if that's the first thing you hear in your ear holes, then that might turn you off from watching the series. Also, and I didn't introduce myself. I didn't talk about what I do, and we'll check the video description for links to the Discord, because we didn't have a Discord back then. Anyway. So, but then I would also give the story more respect. Basically, I should have treated the first episode with more respect than I treated it. And I kind of wish I could take it back and redo it. But it is what it is. I figured I was doing Monster Rancher 4 for fun. I didn't expect that that would be the one that would put me on the map, first of all. And then so there's that one that I didn't expect. And then with SimCity, the recent one I'm doing, Cities of Tomorrow, I started off the series by even saying, I don't know if I'm even going to finish this. I'm basically just screwing around. And it's one of my better watched series, which is why we're still going with it. So it's just weird. It's very weird to me that the two series I don't expect to do well are the ones that are doing really well on the channel. I don't know. It's just weird. And it taught me a lesson how I should always respect the audience and always respect the games, because I don't know which one's going to make me blow up, you know? Markiplier sure didn't know that Five Nights at Freddy's was going to make him blow up. Like, at the time, he already had like 7 million subs. But since FNAF, he's gained like 12 million more subs. And FNAF 1 is his most watched video by an assload of views. So, last I checked, FNAF 1 is up to like 48 million views. Yeah, it's obscene. It's obscene how much that one went over. But like, he was his normal self when he did it, so it's still a consistent video with his style. And that's something I should have, or now I've learned to take into account. I don't know if anyone finds any of this interesting. Part of the reason I talk about the whole behind-the-scenes stuff is because if any of you guys ever want to do a video, ever want to do a channel, I sort of want to help you get a leg up on some of the things to avoid as a first-time YouTuber, because everyone kind of feels it out and makes mistakes and screws up, but the more knowledge you have walking into a situation, the better it will be, right? Right. Meanwhile, Kid is just reducing the population of the Nameless Cloister. We are gaining tons of experience and gems. It seems like I'm getting a gem out of every single battle, which I didn't realize I was getting, and had I known that, I wouldn't have been bothering with the stupid treasure chests in the first place. Like, this is a great way to grind for gems. Thunder gems. See, we're getting gems. We're just getting gems constantly. And they're finding gems on the floor, so it's great.
Tick mark.
Tick mark. But yeah, I don't really have a plan for this beyond just grinding. What do you guys think? Give me an arbitrary number. Like, do you want me to try to explore 20 floors, 10 floors? Just do, like, for a half hour?
Let's start with 10 floors, see where our energy is at.
Okay.
Just play it by ear.
Okay.
Stress.
We can do that. Well, like, that's the thing. I mean, if Kit goes down, we're going to have to bail. But, like, I don't want to go at this forever, but at the same time, if there is an end, I don't want to lose progress just because I get bored. So, I just want to, you know, keep going for a bit. Man, Win is gaining experience fast. Crazy, crazy fast. This is a great grinding dungeon. And, you know, okay, here's the thing. This is why I really like this game even better than Monster Rancher 4. You can easily grind for massive numbers of experience points if you have a bodyguard in this game. In Monster Rancher 4, it was always a risk, especially because doing any adventure lowered the lifespan of everybody who was involved. So if you had a bodyguard, then chances were that they were very old anyway, because that's how they had their big stats. And you were just sending them closer and closer to their deaths every time you grinded. With this game, because they removed death entirely, like, I don't have to worry about how often I grind. I can grind all freaking day, and it doesn't matter. Nothing is affected. Except I'm going to get tons of experience points and gems. So why would you not want to grind a bazillion fucking times? I love it. I love this game. There are a lot of games where I will play it and I will be very easily impressed, because I am very easily impressed. I'm easy to impress. I'm not a ragey gamer kind of guy. And if I dislike a game, I can usually see its artistic merit, even if I don't like the game or even the game's concept. Like, for example, I see the merit in the game Hatred. I'm never going to play it, and I think it's stupid. And
But
the
it
fan
has a-
base is goddamn ridiculous.
But it has a right to exist.
It has a right to exist. And not only does it have a right to exist, I actually see the upside in it. I mean, twin stick shooters is a good genre. Tick mark. Like, twin stick shooters have been around for frickin' ever, and they're good. And Hatred has an interesting premise. Like, you're not usually cast as the monster. And clearly, you are the monster in that game.
We're halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Lemon on a pear.
Oh. I would love to live on a pear. Pears are my favorite fruit. So, but anyway, so like, I can usually see the upside in a game, and I don't, but I can still dislike it. So, it works the other way too, where I can be a little overawed by a game and then take a step back and realize I don't like it as much as I thought I did. So, for example, when I first played Final Fantasy 15, I was saying it was my second favorite Final Fantasy of all time, and it may have cracked my top 10 favorite games, period, of all time. And I've taken a step back, and the truth is, I don't like Final Fantasy 15 that much. I like it a lot, but since I stopped playing it, I've never really had the urge to go back. The story is done. It was incredibly touching. It touched me. It made me cry. The ending made me cry for Final Fantasy 15, which most games can't do. Because once I realized the full implication of the story, it really touched me and hit me. Didn't do the same thing for the Akamura, so I got all embarrassed because I was crying in front of her.
I didn't understand what was going on.
That's fair. That's true. But
at the end, maybe I missed something, but Noctis is done. He's killed Arn, and then he sits in the throne.
A spoiler alert, apparently, for a 1-year-old game. Anyway, go ahead.
And things happen with no explanation. It's like, what?
That's fair. Because the first time I watched it, I didn't cry. The first time I watched it, I was a little confused, although I was sort of gathering what was going on. I wound up reading a interpretation of the ending online, and then once I rewatched the ending with you, it really clicked that the interpretation felt accurate. So that could be why it touched me that second time.
What really touched me though?
What's that?
Reading through fan theories about Piteous Dungeon and getting a feel for Ifrit's story. That shit's fucking sad.
I haven't seen that yet, but I will. I meant to actually check that out because you talked about that before.
Ifrit got a raw deal in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh man, Ara, I've actually cried on the air a couple times. Tick mark. I don't like crying on the air. That's the bullshit reverse sexism garbage that is implanted in my brain. Men don't cry and all that.
Feels?
Exactly. I've never liked it. I've never believed in it, but yet I can't deprogram myself from feeling that way. So, unfortunately, sometimes I don't allow my emotions to show through when I should. But, that thing is fucking disgusting.
What is that thing?
It's a plant joker. You see it?
Vagina dentata.
Ugh.
Kill it before it lays eggs.
With grabby fingers. It has the grabby fingers. So, anyway... the main time that I cried, you actually didn't get to hear it, because I muted the audio. The one time that I really completely fucking lost it was a game we did called A Bird Story. And that was really interesting because, the experience of Bird Story had been slightly ruined for me because I read a review, because I had heard great things about A Bird Story, and then I read a review where someone was saying that it wasn't very good, like he didn't understand why it was good. And he made some good points, like his opinion was totally his. 100%. Like I can understand it where he was coming from. But the story touched me because it was personal to what I had experienced in life. And I talked about that during the show, so I'm not going to overly repeat myself here. But you can look it up. You can just, if you want to watch it, do search for PyroFalkon A Bird Story, and it'll pop up. But watch it later. Watch it after this stream.
Yes, stay here.
So we finished Bird Story in about an hour to an hour and a half. I said an accidentally extremely racist comment that I wound up cutting out of the video because it was born out of naivety and ignorance, and it was totally an accident, and I felt like a fucking idiot. So I cut that out. But like, I started explaining why the story was touching me so much and why it was speaking to me and why it was hitting on points of my life, how it applied to me, and I started to cry. And I felt myself that I was going to cry really hard. So the Akamura actually got worried about me, and the problem was I couldn't tell her what I was going to do, but I knew what I had to do for the sake of the show. So you can hear my voice breaking, and then I said, hold on a second. And what I did on my end was I killed my microphone, and I forced myself to cry really, really, really hard for about 5 seconds. And the Akamura got super worried, but I did it to get it out of my system, and then bam, I was right back to at least a relatively level voice when I turned my microphone back on. Because I had to get it out of my system. And I generally have fairly good control of my emotions, so I knew, like, if I could just get it out of me, then I'd be okay for the rest of the stream. And I was. It was still a really touching game, a really touching a story, and I did feel emotions for, like, the rest of the game. But it was, forcing it out of me allowed me to kind of at least provide commentary for the rest. So once it was over, I found the writing and the story extremely brilliant, and I kind of want to do the sequel to that because the sequel's now out. So I just haven't bought it yet, but we might do the sequel for a stream because that one will be full of feels too, because that's going back to the main story. So, that game. Anyway. Circling back to the original topic, after I took a step back from Final Fantasy 15, I realized I did not like the game quite as much as I thought I did. It's still a good game. It still might be my third favorite Final Fantasy, but I've also never wanted to go back and play it, so I don't know if it's my third favorite Final Fantasy. Like, in terms of emotion, it is probably my third favorite, but in terms of gameplay, it's probably not even in the top 5. So, I don't know. Does that mean it's my favorite, but does it mean it's not my favorite? Like, what does that mean? Not that it matters. I mean, at the end of the day, I just like the game.
But it's not up there.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You don't need to... I don't need to live my life with ranking.
Yes, you don't need to quantify your experience.
Right. So, Ara wants a pardon. We can add you to the regulars list. I know you, Ara. Actually, when you popped up today, I almost just added you immediately, but I'll handle that in a bit.
Sometimes we don't add people for a while because it's funny.
That is true. That's pretty much how we handled Scarlet. Like, Scarlet was Scarlet picked a fight. Yes, please. Scarlet picked a fight with Nightbot pretty early, so we let her stay off the regulars list for a few minutes so she could
get that out of your system.
Yes, and it wasn't minutes, it was more like weeks. We left her off the regulars list for a couple weeks because it was too funny.
You're mean. Whatever.
Well, it's all Nightbot's fault.
Nightbot made us mean.
Oh, you hate Blitzball? Blitzball was my favorite part of 9, a 10. Actually, if they had, like, oh man, Blitzball. But see, I like sports. One of our favorite fans and friends of the channel, Lena, also known as Crowbeak, she did a full Let's Play of 10, and she talks about how much she dislikes Blitzball. She likes the sport. She likes the concept, but she didn't like the way it was executed in game. And I can totally understand that because it completely kills your momentum when you have to scout players and you have to run halfway around the world to play matches. Like, I get it. It completely blows your momentum of exploring and what a Final Fantasy game is about. But for me, I love sports. And I love I love sports. I love scouting. I love playing the matches. I like getting way too into team dynamics in that game. So I freaking loved it. I loved it. And I was like, if they wanted to make a game that was nothing but blitzball management, I would be all over that shit. Faster than I get, like, Football Manager every year. I would love it.
That'd be a great game. Like, you play as Titus running your team, and every once in a while your dad shows up to punch you right in your goddamn face.
Oh my god, I would love that. I would freaking love that. So, I mean, it's never gonna happen. But that said, they finally added swimming in underwater areas to Final Fantasy XIV, so there are a lot of people screaming for Blitzball. I don't think Yoshi P has said anything about it, but there's going to be a lot of happy people.
Triple Triad, and we have some Final Fantasy VI stuff.
Yes,
and we have some Final Fantasy 8 stuff, I think. Yeah,
yes.
They added Siren, and they have some Final Fantasy 7 stuff, like a fucking live stream, so we're overdue for some Final Fantasy X stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that there was already too much, so they shouldn't add Blitzball.
God, no. It's an MMO.
I was
Cross over, motherfucker.
And I was going to say Triple Triad is for nerds. Nerds.
Why are you so hurtful?
I mean, I was already hurting you when you were
what
like...
What did I ever do to you?
When you were pointing out, like... Yeah, this is what the Akamura was doing. Like, I was running around exploring, and she's like, there's a person right there for Triple Triad. And I'm like, where? Even though I could clearly see. And she's like, right there. They can face you for Triple Triad. So I ran up. I ran up to the person, and I'm like, this person right here? And she's like, yes, Triple Triad. So I looked at them, started to speak with them, and immediately teleported halfway across the world. I know the Akamura. But hey, at least you get Triple Triad. You get to Triple Triad all over the world.
No, I don't. I'm not there yet.
Oh yeah, you still aren't clear to go into the final areas of the game yet. Because you're dicking around with Triple Triad and not advancing the story.
Around. I'm stuck because I have dungeons and I don't like dungeons.
You just don't like strangers.
I don't like strangers.
You don't like strangers. What if they are mean to you? Tick mark.
I don't want to put a tick mark. You're being mean.
For those who don't know what potatoes are talking about, I think that's what they're talking about. So in Final Fantasy XIV, there's a race of little munchkins called Lalafels. And they are derisively called potatoes by the community because they look like little potato people. And, I actually saw a character who was playing, or a player who was playing a Lalafell, and their character's name was Wind Up Potato, which was just great. They were being self-derisive. Made me laugh all day. Triple Triad is a 3x3 card game where each card has values on the edges, and you make your cards touch, and whoever has the biggest edge captures the other card. And then there's all sorts of other rules and subtleties and such, but the Akamura likes playing it to collect the cards. She likes going through dungeons 1,000 times so she can get that one rare drop, because the Akamura has a problem. Triple Triad problem. It's okay.
You called me a nerd.
It's okay.
Me.
I know. By the way, remember you were telling me the other day that Neil looked weird without his face paint? You were saying you'd never taken it off before? You had. Like, we found it, there was a picture that popped up on my background that was Neil sitting there without his makeup. It was early on. It was very early on.
So mean.
I know. Well, I'm the warrior of light. Ruin doesn't have time
my hurt feelings somewhere else.
Let's see. I think I'd actually like a sports game if they were more about playing a single character and had more fantasy stuff in that. See, that's cool. Like, so most sports games are getting that single player stuff. Now, the fantasy thing, that's that's very rare that you'd find a fantasy-themed sports game. But that said, most sports games now have be a pro mode or career mode. They call it different things. But basically, you take control of one player. And the best ones are the ones where you actually negotiate contracts. Oh, excuse me. You negotiate contracts. You decide when to sign with teams. The game that's done it best before they went the super greedy microtransaction route was NBA 2K. NBA 2K12 was very good. That's the one that introduced me to it. And you have to negotiate your contract. And in most games that have this mode, your contract is meaningless. Like, it's as meaningless as a score. And, like, there's no reason to have it. But in NBA 2K12, you needed to negotiate your contract because your money, your in-game money, was then used to increase your skills past a certain level. So it was brilliant. Like, it gave you a reason to be like, do I stick with the team I'm on? Or do I go to a different team that's offering me $5 million more because that way I can get my skill level up? So it's very interesting. It was very, very cool. And it's a great game. Well, oh, that's what I get for making the Akamura cry. Alright, that was floor number 8. Floor number 8. Oh, number 9? Okay. Okay, the Akamura. Are you in the bathroom? Okay. Okay. Yes, I gathered. That's what I was just trying to figure out what you were doing. We both know you sometimes go in weird places with your jokes, so I didn't know where you went with that one. Did Ara just directly insult Nightbot and then get timed out for it? That's hilarious. If it's just regular sports, I may as well go out and play sports. My old friend Chris had that. Zane had that opinion. He's like, why play a simulation of something that I can just do? And my response to that was, I suck at basketball. I would like to play a game where I'm good at basketball. Therefore, I play basketball games. So, you know, and plus for games like, say, hockey, you don't have time or money to find 11 other dudes and strap on skates and body armor and such. So, but I get it. I do understand where you're coming from there. I do understand where you're coming from. Okay, so that was a very successful sojourn into the Nameless Cloister, even if we didn't get past level 9. It got us somewhere, and one of the best places it got us was experience points. So let us buy up some skills here. What does Mirage Shift do? I don't even fucking know. I never use these, and I really should. So I can probably just buy all the skills for everybody at this point. So I may as well, like, even if I'm not going to use some of these skills, I may as well have them. It'll give me options. Increases damage with critical hits. Let's see. We've got all of these already. Because I can only have 6 traits. So now win. And we'll just burn through all this. So I'm starting to wonder, or rather I'm starting to assume, based on the fact that the Nameless Cloister had randomized floors, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but we had the same floor several times. So I'm thinking that it is randomly generated, and that's a typo. Anyway, I'm thinking the dungeons are randomly generated and there is no end. Simple as that. So I think there's no reason to keep going down there unless I am grinding for let's get these two. I don't think there's a reason to keep going down there unless we need gems. That is my that is my guess. So let me know what you guys think. I don't think there's any reason to keep going down there. I mean, we will have to keep grinding for gems. So eventually, like, we will have to do it. But I wonder how many union attacks I can buy. Let's see. Because Lord knows we have enough AP to give that I can experiment with this nonsense. Who's hating you, Aura? Nobody hates you, Aura. Well, except maybe Nightbot. He's kind of a dick. But don't worry about Nightbot. He's mostly harmless. Well, found our maximum limit for this. Copy that. Alright, well, we've been going an hour and a half. I suppose the next thing to do is to try the Super Ultra Mega boss with the drill deck. Like, I can't think of anything else to do, because short of that, all we're going to do is grind. And I've heard people say that the Super Ultra Mega boss is practically untouchable, even at high numbers. So, you know, I don't know what to do here, beyond just trying. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, obviously, so... Especially since we can save scum if we have to. Alright, so you have...
Chibi Girl is asking for a Sims after party.
Man... We know what a black charm is... Anyway, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? The Akamura mentioned Final Fantasy XIV. Like, if you want, we can instead shoot an episode of Trials and Simulations. God knows I haven't done that, and it's been updated 5,000 times. They've recently added a new stuff pack, but I haven't bought that one, because basically all it adds is the ability to do laundry, which... Do we really need to make things more complicated in our House of Insanity? I mean, really? Do we really need to make Pyro stinky all the time? God knows he's hitting on everybody constantly. So, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Just let me know in the chat what you want to do, and we can figure it out. I wasn't planning on doing an after party today, but it's up to you guys. What about you, the Akamura? Is your heart set on Final Fantasy XIV?
I mean, we can do whatever.
Okay. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to move.
I mean, I would like to do Final Fantasy, but fans.
Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes we do stuff for us, you know that. So, if you have your heart set on it, I mean, I love the fans, but sometimes we have to do our thing, so it's up to you.
Yeah, but what would we really do with Final Fantasy besides showing off Boras?
What would you do with Final Fantasy with Boras?
Dailies.
Yes.
Boring dailies.
Yeah, I need to do the Valentine's Day quest and dailies.
Onion Knight grinding.
Indeed. So, yeah, just let us know. I know you guys are liking, for a change of pace, I'm going to give a quiz.
Oh, you haven't done the Valentine quest?
No, not yet.
We should put the camera on you then.
For a change of pace, I'm going to give a quiz. If you're correct, you'll get something useful. If you have it, why don't you just give it to me? Here is the question. There are several training policies we can use. How many are there altogether? That should be an easy one. If you know the answer, come talk to me after the meeting. I mean, you know I can cheat, right? You know I can just cheat like this. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. There are 5 training delays. Good God. I don't want you playing a game and not have fun. Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, you know, honestly, I kind of want to just sit back with Final Fantasy XIV, so Sims would probably work better, if that makes sense. There are 5 kinds. That's right. That one was easy. Here's your prize. A power tank small. Really? Dude, I can buy like 100 of these. You suck. Alright, so we are... Did I save?
You're a terrible father figure and I hate you.
I didn't save. Let's go one more week.
If you actually say that to Albert, I wonder what he'd say.
He'd cry so hard his clown makeup would fall off.
Like,
it wouldn't drip off, it would just fall off.
I think somebody needs a taste of the pimp slapping hand.
DG is gonna have to leave soon. That's okay. DG, have you seen our Trials and Simulation series? It's not doing great numbers, but I find it funny. And as I've said before, there are times when if I find something funny, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying Trials and Simulations because it's with you guys. Like, you guys are my housemates. And insanity ensues. I'm going to have to move Chibi Girl back into the world. We took Chibi Girl out and put TC back in. Or in, since he had made a character. So I'll probably sub somebody else out who is not attending the stream right now. Hello, AD! Thank you for joining us. I was talking to the fans about you. He is the one who is from Australia. He met us through Epic Tavern and has been doing a little he's been honestly, he's been doing a little life coaching for me. Although that has not been his intention or anything. But, like, he's been very supportive of what we do around here and my book. And as always, if you haven't bought my book yet, you should go down in the description below and get a copy of my book. Although, if you're still on the fence about it, one of the things he talked me into, which honestly I've been wanting to do anyway, but I'm going to start giving away the prologue in the first chapter for free. I'm going to put it on the YouTube channel here. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. It'll be easy once I get off my butt and do it. But we really talked about that this morning, and as I've said, I've had an incredibly busy day where I've been struggling to stay awake all day. So it is what it is. Hi, Lady Petty. I had a lot of fun during our battle. I hate to admit it, but that robot of yours was pretty strong. Winlor is strong too, but no one can hope to stand up to the ultimate weapon that we created, Toronga G! Not only does it use the most powerful components of mechanisms, it is completely automatic! So then, why is Toro driving it? If it's fully automatic... I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I start calling the stories points. I don't know. Bye, DJ!
Bye!
If it's fully automatic, what's the point of Toro being there? He's the machine's soul! It's nothing without a heart, and he helps set the mood! The mood? Sure! Dottie is always saying how important the mood is. Yes, the mood is very important. That sounds sophisticated. Right, do you really understand what that means? Winlor, you're the only thing that matters! I want to play some more. Will you play with me? Sure. Really? Really? Yay! Woohoo! Thank you, Winlor. Alright, we'll be waiting for you next week. Wow, that is trashing my throat. Not to be pervy, but the girl following you has a nice ass. I mean, I think I've already, verbally sexually harassed all the ladies in this in the video. Especially since, or in the series, in the game. Especially since Marlene has a little bit of the jiggle in the beginning of the game during the cutscene. So, yeah. And, I like older ladies like Marlene. Supposedly she's older. She still looks like she could pass for 19, but whatever. She's cute too. Yeah, shut up, Albert. Nobody cares. Alright, so we're going to give this a shot. I don't think it's going to work out so well for us. We're going to try some union attacks right off the bat. Win, Lorna Yuta! Back again, I see! Of course, we can't just let you win. Come on, Winlord, we can beat Toronga G this time. No, we can't. We're gonna fucking lose. It's gonna be a goddamn decimation. Kit Krieger and win. You're in. Oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. We are gonna get the shit kicked out of us. Hey, look, we have a new illegal item. Remove enemy bonus, remove penalty, guard up. Sure, why not? Can't hurt, can it? When life is high, speed super up. Oh, sure. It'll make you dodge happy. Alright. Here we go! Union attack! I forgot I have to tap buttons! Tap buttons! Whoa, we actually had... We got him! Why can't I, do it again? How many times can I use it? We actually did some damage. Let's see if I can impact him at all. Holy shit, we might beat him! No! 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 Yes! She dodged! She did not dodge! Oh, god damn it! Oh, man!
Do you need your guts to recharge?
Come on, man. Oh, it's so hard. And he, like, drains your guts and can just randomly get more whenever he fucking wants. It's... He's an asshole. He's super asshole. Come on, stop being paralyzed. Okay. Hit B, hit C, hit S. Wait, but that's an intelligence attack. You're gonna not do well on that one. Try that, I guess. Go for it, guys. Good job. Good job. Like, that's the problem with this guy. He's so obscenely strong.
Ryu says you actually might have won if you didn't do the union attack.
Yeah.
Spamming the accurate attack with Kit might have done it. So let's try again.
Yep, we'll try again. But this is the guy who's supposedly impossible to defeat. Like, and you can see, he's a goddamn nightmare. Alright, so that's KO'd 4, 3, and 2. And losses 5, 3, and 2. Oh, balls, man. Hopefully no one's injured. Kit babies are needed. Yeah, probably. What do you think of that? Pretty amazing, huh? I am the greatest. He didn't do anything, Petty. This one's a jerk, but I have to admit they're good. Winlore, it's tough, but I guess you have to admit you lost. Maybe you want a rematch? We can't just let them win, can we? You know, the thing is, once we defeat this thing, I think we're done. Like, this is the ultimate challenge in this game. I think we're done after we beat him. Because what else is there to do in this game? Unless the Nameless Cloister has an actual end, then there is nothing else to do after beating Toronga G. I don't think. So, I don't know, man.
Aw. They were translucent cannons.
Yes. Can you see him through it, though? Oh, wow, you can. That's weird. Wow, that is severe whiplash, given that it explodes while his ass is still pointed to the other cannon. Holy crap. Alright. Don't seem to be any problems. Fair enough. Alright, well, may as well just go try it. Wait, can I buy up another union attack? I sure can, but it took away all my experience points. Thumbs up, you piece of shit. What? What is ugh?
She built a robot to fight organic beasts and is bragging?
Oh, yes. She is,
I mean, wouldn't you?
This is who we call in this business slightly cunty. And yes, I did just drop that C word.
It's not offensive in Australia anymore, so.
And if she doesn't want to be called cunty, then she should stop acting cunty. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yep, you just stop.
Speaking of that, did you know that USA Network is going to stop censoring the F-bomb? Which is kind of shocking. Like, because they're not, since they're basic cable, they don't have to do FCC regulations, but they're one of the few basic cables, if not the only basic cable station, that is allowing that word to go through, which is kind of surprising, you know? All right, dickhole, we're going to try this again.
Yep. I was recently looking through iTunes, and this band I'm listening to, one of their songs was flagged as inappropriate because it has the fuck word, but there was another song of theirs that had the shit word, and that wasn't flagged as inappropriate, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, especially after South Park, like, shit is being less concerning people. Alright. Storing body. He had an ability called storing body. So, I don't know if you're seeing this. The problem with this is I can't keep his guts in check, even with this spamming. But Ryu's right, we may actually have him. Shit! That's what I get for being cocky. Come on, baby. Come on, one more! One more, you can do it! Just survive his attack, because he's gonna do something. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Holy shit, I didn't think I'd do it in this one! That's knockout 115 and wins 107, 59, and 38. Sorry for blowing out anyone's earbuds.
Oh, they didn't need them.
Like, I apologize. That, jeez, man. I've been working so hard on that. Hopefully there's not any more bullshit. Hey, Toro! He flew away. Well, I guess we'll let you go this time. And since Toro flew away, I guess I have no choice but to go ahead and chase him. See you in the square later. Oh, they're both gone. But Petty said to meet them in the square. Maybe we should go there later. Yeah, we'll go back. Fuck yeah. All right, man. Are we done with the game? Like, is that it? Are we finished? Can I do the soundless fireworks that I can't do since I'm streaming this instead of doing a full-blown edit? Are we done?
Are we?
Could you look up and see, is there anything after Toronga G? Or whatever the crap his name was? Because I know people were talking about that it took them forever to beat him. But we've beaten him, so are we finished with Monster Rancher Evo? You know, I'll be honest, I'll be a little sad if we are, because that kind of... I guess it was sort of like Monster Rancher 3 that it sort of ended on a limp. If that was really the final challenge. Because, I don't know, man, isn't that a little sad? Maybe? Oh well, let's see if we can find... Oh, there he is. Or at least there's Lady Patty. Yep, there's Toro. Come on. Meow!
Another, do I need to finish the unknown corridor? No answer.
Damn it.
Water collections? No answer. How do you rebuild the column in Tongue Bull? No answer. Are there any extra answers? No answer. Or any extra adventures? No answer.
Oh, man.
Beat Toro, that's all I can seem to get past. Can't get monsters past level 21 skills, so as high as they go. No answers.
Come on. Is that Game Facts?
Neo Seeker.
Okay. You should check Game Facts also. Like, not literally, like, go to the Game Facts site, but rather than looking at the Game Facts, look at...
through the message boards.
Right. Meow, that was something else. I never thought the Toronga G would lose. Are you okay, Toro? You're not hurt? I'm fine. The moment Toronga G was destroyed, the ejector seat was activated and Turo was sent to a safe location. That seat went boing. It sure surprised me. That sounds pretty dangerous by itself, actually. Anyway, my friends, the sushi chef and the spy were surprised at how strong Windlore was. He was the only thing that mattered. And so I'd like to present Windlore with a shiny new trophy. Trophy spelled wrong.
Trophy!
It's like, you mean a trophy? But like, she didn't see him spell it. It'd be like, say, I'm stealing this joke. It'd be like, say goodbye to Catherine, and she'll be like, actually, it's Catherine. Like,
with a K?
That's what I said. But you said it with a C, and it's spelled with a K. Anyway. Whatever.
Not quite. It's trophy.
Oh, thank you, the Akamura. If Toro says it's a trophy, then it's a trophy. Watch your pronunciation. Okay, I'll try to be more careful. And it has a wonderful new feature. The base rotates. Right. That's very nice of you. Thanks. It's quite large, so instead of giving it to you, we'll have it sent to your tent.
It may be even bigger than Windlore.
That big? No, never mind. I'm not going there.
Oh, one more thing. There's another prize. A Champ Tank L.
Whoa!
The symbol of the true champion.
That's really good. I think that fills all stats. Holy shit. Really? This is almost too much.
You are the champions. Go on, take it. Take it now. Take it, because it's illegal, and we're about to get searched.
Now that Dottie's Circus has been recognized as the world's best... Dottie's Circus? There's nothing more for me to do. I did think of trying to force Dottie back to being an evil genius, but I'll have to wait until later. Thanks?
Well then, I'm going to be leaving on another trip.
What? Where are you going?
I'm going on a journey to try and become human.
Oh, Jesus.
I never achieved that goal by staying around here.
I see. So you have a goal.
But I really, really enjoyed playing with you. After playing and talking with you, I feel like I'm closer to being human than ever.
That's a high compliment. Ara says that voice sounds like Stephanie from Game Theorists doing Nugget.
Oh.
I love that voice, too. Is this goodbye, then? I'm losing all my friends. Dottie, Toro, everyone.
That's not true. I'll definitely come visit you after I become human.
Sure. And you can see Dottie anytime you want by coming to our tent.
Leaving friends can be hard, but we'll all meet again someday. So, don't say goodbye. I'm scared of commitment. Just say, I'll see you later. We'll see each other soon. Someone who used to play with me taught me that line.
I guess you're right. I don't want to cry and it'll make it hard for you to leave on your journey, Toro.
That way, instead of cutting off their relationship, you can just ghost them and pretend that you have a relationship when really you don't. But, you don't talk anymore, but you can still list them on your job listings and on your, what is the website?
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, that one. And also, Instagram, you can make them like your Instagram posts even though you don't, talk anymore. Look at this nice place I've been.
It was very, complicated, Toro. Thank you. And if you go on a journey yourself, you're bound to run into each other sooner or later. That's how Windlore and I met. It's you.
Oh, I almost forgot. Before I leave, I have to have one more crepe with Petty, and I also have to ask you guys if I can have your information so I can use them on job applications.
That sounds nice. Let's have a bunch of them. And the job applications. God knows I'm not going to do anything with my life.
Oh, no, they're just for me. No, you stay here.
It sounds like you two are always eating crabs.
We're going to get fat.
Is that it? I mean...
When I become a human, I'm definitely coming back to visit everybody. No matter where I go, I'll always remember playing with you in my Toronga G.
Alright, is that it, or... Yep, okay. Yes, I heard you.
Look at me, I'm so cute.
Alright, let's first of all, let's see our trophy, I guess. And second of all, let's I guess I can do a show. Let's close it out with one more show. Like, since we can't get soundless fireworks, we may as well do a show, because the show has soundless fireworks. Wow, man. I think this is it. Like, you're going through, right? You don't see any additional information beyond the Toronga G?
Nope. Not finding anything in the boards.
Guys, we might be done. We might be done. I'll look at monsterrancher.com real quick. I'll see if that has any intel.
No replies.
Man. That's what sucks about, like, Tofa and I were discussing Monster Rancher because he desperately wants more Monster Rancher, but we were saying, like, it's a cult classic. Like, there are... Oh, there it is. Wow. What a gaudy piece of shit.
Hello. I put a walkie-talkie in this trophy so we can still talk. Don't tell Penny.
But yeah, like, Monster Rancher is one of those games that has a massive cult following. To the people who love Monster Rancher seriously really love it, but there aren't enough of them, there aren't enough of us to pressure Tecmo into making more. And because Tecmo doesn't even exist as a company anymore, Tecmo is owned by, or merged by, and is now essentially an underling of Koei.
There are only 2 pages in the GameFAQs boards for Monster Rancher Evo, and not one of them mentions the unknown corridor.
Unbelievable. So, like, yeah, like, Koei is way too focused on Dynasty Warriors and Romance of the Three Kingdoms and the other Heroes/Muso properties under its belt. Dragon Quest Heroes, Hyrule Heroes, which did stupid number of high sales and critical acclaim. Samurai Warriors, Orocho Warriors, I think it's called. Like, that's what Koei is focused on. Koei is not going to go back to an old property that hasn't had a game release in a decade, no matter how powerful the voices are who are asking them to do so, because there aren't enough of us. There are just not enough fans. It's not profitable. And Koei's not going to do it. So I personally don't think we've seen the last Monster Rancher game, but there's not going to be one for a long time. I would almost guarantee. If there is, I'll be the first one to do it. I'll love it. But, man, I don't know. All right,
that cat thing has a bun tail.
I'm going to sit here for just a second because I'm going to look up some information on...
Lord Aryados says Koei does not deserve Monster Rancher.
I agree, but they own it.
They saw the license.
Well, because it's too valuable. Like, we were talking about that. Toph and I were talking about that. That was one of the most interesting conversations I've had, too. Because the thing is, they're keeping the license because it's extremely valuable. And even if a company was to want to do it justice, like, if a good company approaches Koei and says, we want to make a good Monster Rancher game, just presenting it that way, Koei is going to drive up the price. Because no one's going to come up and say, we want to make a shitty Monster Rancher game, because all that's going to do is devalue the brand, and Koei won't want to sell it. So, but Koei is going to sit on that license because it's extremely valuable, because the people who love Monster Rancher will buy Monster Rancher 6 no matter what it is. It could be the world's most garbage piece of shit. We'll still buy Monster Rancher 6, we just won't buy number 7. But, so they're going to sit on it because it's way too valuable to get rid of, even if they're not going to do anything with it. And it's extremely frustrating and annoying, but it's business. And, like, I can understand it from a business perspective.
Business is farts.
Business is farts. It really is. Oh, that's part of your problem, the Akamura. You weren't misspelling shit like a... Wow, almost said a bad R word. Do you guys know what's inside the unknown corregidor? Is there like a boss that you need to defeat? If you guys know, tell me. I want to know. Thanks. It's just a long dungeon, and at the end of it, there's a boss. It's a less powered up version than King Monolith. Okay, so there is a boss at the end of the unknown corridor. So we have a goal to work toward. We are not done yet. We are not done yet. All right. And there is no other information that I'm seeing here. Monster Rancher Evo. I can't beat the boss of the Devil Forest. It's because you suck and you weren't training people. Okay, so there we go. The whole problem was you were searching like a normal human being and not typing corridor as Corridor.
Yeah, I forgot. Everybody on the internet when these games were popular was a fucking idiot.
Okay, there's nothing more here. So, here's what I propose. Let's go back into the Nameless Cloister, but this time I'm not going to grind. We're just going to go balls out for the fucking exits. So,
not just done
we're
yet.
not quite done yet. We are not quite done yet, everybody. So with those corregidors are spooky. +1 Iron Tusk. All right. Oh shit! I forgot we were doing a show. Hey, there's some nameless fireworks. All right.
Woo!
So Toronga G is it. Like there, you can't get Toro doesn't come back as a human and have Torongo H to try to kick your ass. So that's it for him. So we're gonna go back to the Nameless Cloister and we're gonna see if we can get through it this time. I'm excited, man. We made progress today.
Yay!
Like even if I don't finish this, then we made progress. But I want to finish this. You know? I want to finish this. Because no one else has this information on YouTube or anything. Nobody has this information. So I may as well try to be the first one to figure out exactly how big the Nameless Cloister is, even though it's a randomized dungeon, and try to defeat the boss at the end, right? Let's do something special for YouTube. And then we can move on to an after party. You could also try something crazy and beat the super secret boss, the Jack in the Cho. Fuck that guy. I don't want anything to do with him.
No.
The rest of this game was hard enough. I have no desire to deal with the stupid Jack in the Cho. I will punt him across the room and probably stub my toe. Also, I forgot that Dottie did that stupid dance. And then never mind. Let's just not even go there. But anyway, look at that stupid-ass dance. It's the dive. Why are you doing the dive, Dottie? That died in the late 50s or 60s. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. But yeah, man, this is great because what this means is if I can put this game to bed, then I can start the next Monster Rancher with a clear conscience. Like, on Sunday we were discussing whether I should continue,
Aww. I'm doing the hero quest. Sorry. Saizo's adorable.
What are you talking about?
Fire Emblem Heroes. Look
How
how
cute
you're playing
Saizo
Fire
is. He's a
Emblem
little bitty.
So, but we were discussing on Sunday whether I should play the next Monster Rancher at the same time as trying to finish Evo. But if I did that, I know it would bother me. I was still willing to do it, but it would bother me to have 2 outstanding Monster Rancher games. But man, we are so close, guys. I'm seriously fired up because, like, we're making ground on YouTube. It's very hard to do that on YouTube. You know? It's very hard to do something for the first time on a gaming channel, no less, on YouTube, and I might be able to make my mark. I don't know. I don't know if this sounds too pie in the sky, and I doubt I'm going to go viral or anything, because no one cares about Monster Rancher, but, like, I don't know. It's exciting for me. It's okay for me to be excited,
We're
right?
making original content.
It's exciting for me to do it, right? Like,
Yes.
it's okay for me to feel this way?
Yeah.
I feel like an asshole.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, I feel like an asshole.
Stop feeling like an asshole. You're not an asshole.
Whoa! Money, 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 money.
Cash money.
Cash money. Oh, hey! We haven't seen the trick yet. I forgot all about that minigame and was slightly unprepared for it. I need you to talk during this, too, because I have to concentrate super hard.
Nico says it's too bad Saizo is weak on Fire Emblem Heroes, and it's like, yeah, that's the whole point of those 3 heroes things, is you're using shit-ass characters that nobody uses. Last time it was Laszlo, Bartrey, and Florina, which Bartrey's not bad, Laszlo's okay, and at least in my experience, Florina's a bag of dicks. And it's like, I'm not saying that to be rude, she is quantifiably a bag of dicks. I had to super buff her to make her useful.
I wonder if at higher levels he has to go through like a flaming hoop or something when he does
She's
that.
a frickin' silver Florina that I squished 2 other Florinas into and did some serious, what's the word? I love frickin' this aphasia shit because I forget words so fast these days. Skills. Word of skills. She ain't got no skills, she can't pay her bills. I had to do some serious skill grinding with her, killing a lot of useful characters.
Damn. Who's hot? Ara?
Marlene?
Probably Marlene. Yeah, I'd buy her a cheeseburger.
Lord Ariados got 5-star Corinne. I got 5-star Corinne too. I got Archer Corinne from the Tempest Trial.
Cash money. Come on, come on, come on. Oh well. But yeah, they animated her with boob jiggle in the opening cutscene, so Pyro was happy because Pyro is a boob man. The more you know.
Better to be a boob man than a man boob?
I've already got 2 of those.
No, you don't.
All right.
What
did I say we were doing?
I'm gonna need you to stop being self-deprecative because you don't deserve it.
A strange letter just came. A strange letter just came. I'm supposed to read it in front of everyone. That's odd. Aren't letters usually private? Why would they want everyone to hear it? That's weird. So what did it say? If they want you to read it to us, go ahead and do it. Let's see here. We are a circus group from Netter called the Trenobello Circus. We just heard about the Iroko Circus and we're very interested in you. You seem to be getting pretty good reviews. We wanted you to know the truth, so we decided to send you this letter. Your show is pathetic. Compared to us, you're nothing but a bunch of amateurs. Amateurs? How dare they? Albert, you're going to keep reading? It's alright. Oh, he's reading it? Well, I was doing that in the wrong voice.
Well then.
It's alright. Let's hear the whole thing. If I ever catch one of those guys, I'll rearrange their faces for them. That's a good line. What's wrong, Albert? You look pale. 'Cause I can tell that under your makeup. Oh, nothing. I just felt a little chill there. Let's keep reading. But if you think you have what it takes, then try passing the tests that we've made for you. Put on a show sometime in the next 12 weeks and get an average of 60 points or more. If you can do that, we'll even give you a prize. Of course, if you fail, we'll tell everyone in Netter about it. We'll say that some group of amateurs in Marsh is pretending to be a real circus and swindling people out of their money. Ha ha. Oh, and one more thing. We'll be watching you for the next 12 weeks. Can't have you lying about your score, can we? If you or your monsters should go someplace where we can't see you, we'll have to assume that you're up to no good and disqualify you from the challenge. So how about it? Feel like embarrassing yourselves? We're looking forward to it. Signed, Assbutt. What's with these guys?
How about we just post this letter, like, in a very public space? Because, I mean, we got their docs.
What's with these guys? This is really annoying, Albert. All we have to do is pass the little test. That's no problem, right? We'll just work as hard as we usually do, and we should be able to get a prize, too. Well, you put it that way, it doesn't sound so bad. Good thinking, Albert. Let's go over their demands. We have to give a show within 12 weeks and get 60 points or more. After the show, we can't go anywhere they can't see us, so that means no adventuring. How was I doing her voice? Oh, breathy. They send us a letter out of the blue and then give us all kinds of orders. Forget it. Who do they think they are?
Apparently the Trino Bella Circus.
If going on an adventure would make them lose track of us, they must not be very good. Oh, wait just a minute, partner. It's not a good idea to go on adventuring just after a show anyway. You have to care for your monsters. Don't overdo it. Anyway, good luck with the next show, everyone. Winlord, plan a show within the next 12 weeks, okay? Okay.
Okay.
No adventuring. Guess we're waiting because we got insulted. And we have to measure our dicks against another circus's dicks. So therefore, we are going to stop all plans out of pride.
That circus has to measure first. They have a 6-inch dick. Okay. We have a 6.1-inch dick. We win. Always measure afterward. And then lie!
Is that how we do things, the Akamura?
Yes.
Have you been in a lot of dick measuring contests that
Yes.
you know these things?
Yes. This is how it is done.
Alright. If I remember right, when I put Scarlet on the regulars list, the first thing she did was scream in all caps that Nightbot could go to hell. Because she could, which was great. Sad Nico is here. Hello, Nico. Thank you for joining us today on this magical journey. We've basically completed one of the last two things to do in the game, so there's only one thing left after we get done with this little challenge that we've been doing, or that we've been given. So in order to do that quest or that challenge, we need our motivation to be a little on the high side. But then we have to do the mission or the tricks in a particular order to maximize our score. So that's what I'm looking at here. But we can go ahead and schedule one. When did that happen? Did you see which month that was? I think it was 5/3.
Did you guys see it?
So that would mean 8/3 would be the latest I could do. You know what?
Nico says I've been here for a while, Pyro, and yes, he has.
Oh, sorry,
I'm sorry,
Nico.
we missed you.
Yes. Like, I was sort of relying on the Akamura to tell me who was here. I'm actually going to rewind my stream. Hold on a minute. Like, I'm watching it right now. I want to see when I did the show. So, that's that show. Doopa-doopa-doo. Fast forward. Okay, we get the letter on May week 2. Alright. So, that's 4 weeks. That's 8 weeks. That's 12 weeks. So let's do it on the 10th week so we have a little bit of leeway. And then that way everyone is nice and motivated by the time we get there. Alright, well, I think we're going to be good, and then we'll jump into the Nameless Cloister and give that whole shindig a shot.
Shindig.
And there's no reason to not go in with our best monsters at that point, so... well, I mean, we've got 3 really good monsters here. I mean, I'm not going to futz about. Thank you, the Akamura.
Nobody heard that. Don't rat me out to the feds.
Your burps are so manly. I'm very impressed. I'm getting too tired. Like, normally I can stream for hours upon hours upon hours, but just because I've been up for so long, it's starting to take its toll. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying I can feel myself fading. Which could be why my voice is starting to get a little weird and I'm starting to lose my words again. I'm trying really hard, guys. I am doing my best to maintain. Believe me. So... And I apologize for sort of missing the chat here. Again, the Akamura is not watching the chat as much as she had been. Don't apologize. But, like...
I'm gonna do it.
It's
I'm gonna do it.
causing me to...
I'm sorry.
Kind of look around here. Robin's level 3. Oh, you guys are discussing... yeah. What? Why are you typing it? Just talk. You have a microphone.
I don't want to distract from the game.
Just talk.
Okay, I'm sorry. Nico, Pyro, and I have been playing for about a year now.
Slightly less.
Slightly less.
Because I didn't get started no, it was June because we were at the writers conference. Yep. So, wow, that's been
All right, this is
8
gonna be
months.
the
Holy shit. So it does bother me that you're playing a game while we're playing a game.
I'm sorry, I'll put it down.
It's not so much that you're doing it, it's that you don't
I'm letting it distract me.
watch the chat. Yeah. That's why I have to, I don't know. But like I know how difficult it is because the times I've watched you play, it's sometimes hard to engage, especially for these really long streams.
Nico's played since the release.
That's cool. I didn't know it existed. I was I was just searching for games for my phone when we were there because I didn't have anything else. And I stumbled upon it because I think it's because I had Final Fantasy Tactics, and so it assumed correctly that I would like Fire Emblem Heroes. So because it's another strategy game. So, I played it and enjoyed it. And I knew the Akamura really loves Fire Emblem, so I recommended it to her, and she got addicted. So here we are.
I am a slut for gacha games in Fire Emblem.
Well, the thing is, and the reason I like Fire Emblem Heroes is because even though Hi Cosmic Phoenix, it's been a while since he's been here.
I did not get
or she. Sorry, I don't remember her gender.
I did not get Mer, but I did get Animasis Lady Erica.
So, sorry, what was I saying? Oh, because there's no true PvP, it's not pay to win. Like, if you pay, and they want you to pay, obviously. All free-to-play games eventually want you to pay. But, because free-to-play, because it's not pay to win, I don't feel bad about dropping $5 on it to get some stuff. Because we also played Final Fantasy: A New Empire, but that game is like Clash of Kings and any number of its ilk, where it only benefits the people who pay literally thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars or whatever to get the best stuff.
It's a whale farm.
And it's stuff that can be destroyed by another player. Like, you can pay however much money to get your troops to be built super fast, but then if those troops are destroyed, you've lost all that money. So those are the games I don't like. But Fire Emblem Heroes isn't like that. Like, you always keep whatever you pay for, and it is completely optional. So I'm cool with that, and I've been thinking about dropping $5 on the starter pack or whatever.
Black Knight, free Zelgius.
Yes, because just sort of to support the developer, because they made a good game. I'm enjoying it. I'm certainly getting my money's worth out of it. I never liked A New Empire. If it wasn't PvP, I think I could have tolerated it, but it just wasn't for me. I don't like those kinds of competitive games. So I never dropped money on it. The Akamura did, but again, her advantage was erased after, say, a couple weeks once other people had outspent her, and it's just bullshit. So, but I still played it with her, even though I didn't really enjoy the game. And then we walked away from it because fuck that business model.
Yep.
So, Fire Emblem Heroes, super fun.
I stopped wanting to play. See, I'm gonna play Fire Emblem Heroes until Corel drops, and then I'm gonna jack him up and he'll be my main.
And the other thing is, the Akamura has been trying to get me into Fire Emblem for a long time, and I just wasn't. I was too distracted. I was never against Fire Emblem, but it was partly because I never, I always had another game I was playing, and it's a DS game primarily, and as we've been over, DS has hurt my hands now. So, so I tend not to play any DS games anymore. But, so playing Fire Emblem Heroes is very comfortable. It doesn't hurt at all. And I'm able to learn about Fire Emblem. The Akamura is giving me intel on all the characters and everything. Okay, you're gonna have to talk.
Oh.
Sorry, this mini game I always have to
You're
pay
alright.
full concentration on.
Yeah, like, I've played some Fire Emblems and looked up other Fire Emblems for their stories when I couldn't get a hold of them. Because remember, this is back when we were able to easily find ROMs and stuff on the internets. Or at least ROMs that weren't heavily infested with viruses. And, like, I love this game!
Yes.
Fire Emblem Heroes file on my tablet?
No, she doesn't have a tablet. She has a drawing tablet.
Yes.
Like, and by that I mean it's essentially a mouse and a mouse pad, except the mouse is a pen.
Yep.
It's not a screen tablet that you can draw on. All right, talk again, please.
Yep. I have my phone. Oh my god, Biddy Sizo's so cute. What's nice about the re-release of Sacred Stones is they added Leon, and Leon is best villain. And you can still get Walter if he's still available, and he is worst villain. Man, fuck that guy. What an interesting character, but fuck that guy.
Damn it.
Well, bye, Hinata.
I still think I'm going to be able to break those 60 points, but...
And now Sizo's gonna die. Great.
Oh yeah, people are freaking out in the audience right now. Oh, this'll... Okay, one more time. I need you to talk.
Cannons! Jesus fucking kid. Christ, that kid has mad ups. Look at those ups. Mad ups. Fire Emblem 6 through 8 is worth to play for any Fire Emblem fan, in my opinion, yes. Path of Radiance was 9, right? That one's good too. That one's actually my favorite. It's just a pain in the ass to find. But, yeah. I never played a Fire Emblem before 9, except I did have the re-release of Shadow Dragon around there somewhere. But, like, I did look up the information for everything else. And when I eventually get a significant amount of windfall, I'm, of course, going to purchase them. Play the shit out of them.
Okay, let's see what our final score was for the whole thing. But yeah, I've the only one I've now touched is Awakening, I think.
Yes.
Because after the Akamura introduced me to some of the ladies who are in Fire Emblem, and I acquired
Tharja!
Tharja and Christmas Tharja, who is
Normal.
just wearing a naughty outfit.
She's normal. She's a normal girl.
She is a normal
She's
girl.
a normal girl.
And she will
She's
keep
a
telling
normal
you.
girl.
So, bye, Ara. Don't forget that the archive will be up immediately after the stream. So, what were we talking about? Tharja. So she's super cute, and I like her, and she's my main now because she's a cute.
Yep. Pyro did some heavy grinding for Christmas Tharja. Yep. And meanwhile, I hit up the round for the Christmas bits twice when I got my Christmas gaze.
Thanks to everyone's help, we were able to finish the show without any problems. Our average score was 88 points. I sent a letter to the Trino Bella Circus and got a response right away. You are no doubt excited that you have passed the test, my unskilled friends. Well done. I didn't want to make it too difficult for you children, so I gave you plenty of time and a goal that you could reach in your sleep. But it looks like I went too far. I set the bar so low that it wasn't a test of your abilities at all. I will prepare another test in the near future. If you pass it, you will get a prize. You want it, don't you? Try not to go out of business before then. Ha 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 ha. Signed, fuckfaces. I can't say I like the way that they said it, but even they couldn't deny that we won. They're just being bad losers. Don't worry about it. I'll find where they are and beat them so hard that by the time they wake up, their clothes will be out of style. Anyway, we did it. What's this? They sent the prize, too. Meat dish level 1. What a shitty prize.
They really must be hard up, huh?
Well, Don't worry about their prizes. We're doing this for our audience. Is that why we were doing it? Because I was distinctly doing it for my prize. Because I don't need any goddamn audience anymore. Not you guys. The Blazing Hawks, I need you. I need you. Please don't go away.
Yeah.
I need to feed my ego.
I need to show you Princess Larakel's scenes, because...
Who?
My
What?
God.
Who?
From the most recent thing, they added Princess Larakel. She is...
Fire Emblem?
Yes, the most
Okay.
recent round of new heroes. She is a treasure.
In a good way?
She's a gift.
Alright. You ready
She's just so precious.
ready to make some more tick marks?
Yes, but no, I need to run to the bathroom. Okay.
Okay. You have fun with that. I've been drinking coffee all day and haven't peed as much as you, which is ridiculous. I am not repeating that on the microphone. Hello, TC. Thank you for joining us. Or did you? Oh, yeah, you were here, and then you came back. Something like that. I don't know. Yes, please. I want to do the extra dungeon. All right, so this time, we are going to avoid fights if possible, but I will still need to engage everyone I see. I know that sounds like I was just hypocritical, but my point is we're not going to seek out fights. But if there is an enemy in our way, we will have to attack them, otherwise they're going to take our backs, and that'll make life more difficult than it needs to be. So here we go. We need to keep track of dungeons. Or keep track of floors. So you guys can even help in the chat if you don't intentionally confuse me to be jerks. So let's do this. And this will be the last thing that we do. I guess I will have to edit this video because... Oh, no. I guess not. I can always put it on the screen. I was going to say, I'm going to need to show everybody the numbers. Like, that's the reason we're keeping numbers. Show you guys the numbers.
Okay.
First tick. We haven't gotten anywhere.
First tick.
And there was a monster immediately, so... But yeah, if we see a portal, we're just going to run straight for it. We're going to try to figure out how many floors there are in the Nameless Cloister.
You know what fucking sucks, guys? Fucking Delphia. Fuck that little bitch.
Who? What?
She's, I think, a green mage or a blue mage, one of the two. She's blue. She's a blue infantry. I fucking hate her because she hits like a truck.
So does Christmas Tharja.
Apparently, so does Larakel. Here's the thing. Reinhardt doesn't piss me off as much as Delphia does.
Wow.
I don't know if it's the way I run my characters, but Reinhardt doesn't piss me off as much as Delphia does.
Tick mark number 2. Ma. The Akamura bringing the pain. The heat. Man, I wish we could trade. That's one thing that I wish the game had. But, like, I see why you can't. It'd be too easy to sort of overpower a player.
Yes.
Especially if you just make a bunch of fake accounts and trade 5 stars around.
Yeah.
But still, I wish we could trade, you know? Because I have a few that I wouldn't mind tossing. But I mainly have lady teams because I like ladies. So I've got Tharja, Christmas Tharja. Sarah is one of my favorites, even though the Akamura hates her.
Good God, I have more 5 stars than I thought. Oh yeah, I got New Year, Camilla.
Yes, I have normal Camilla. And she's a cutie too. I would totally buy her a cheeseburger.
I have a 5-star Elyncia, my princess.
I didn't realize so many of you guys are playing it. If you want, we can all friend each other.
Yes, yes.
So, I am going to pull up my Fire Emblem's friend code real quick, if you guys want to whip out your phones. Since it's going to take me a second, it'll take, I'm giving you guys enough time to at least, write it down, so then you can friend me later. I will warn you that when I first played Fire Emblem Heroes, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, so I decided to name my character something stupid. So my character's name is Fork, spelled P-H-R-O-K, or P-H-O-R-K.
You can change that at any time, you know.
My character's name is Fork, so it's going to be a little weird. Okay, now, what the fuck? Oh, that's the That's the entrance.
Yes, Nino is a better mage
Holy
tank,
shit,
but I
that's
have a
loud.
shitload of reds because I was farming for Corel, who still hasn't dropped.
Oh, good. Let's download a file right now because I'm streaming and that's not going to fuck up my bandwidth at all, I'm sure. Boy, I hope this doesn't mess anything up. Question mark. That guy
You
almost
only have
took my
7
back.
hours for Walter, by the way.
Who? What?
The special map.
Oh. That's it. Like, as much as I'm enjoying Fire Emblem Heroes, I also don't care enough about it or its universe and lore to go out of my way for all the secret shit. But like,
let's make you suck less.
it's not because I hate it either. It's just because I'm indifferent to it. So, hopefully you guys can understand the difference. All right. Another tick mark, please.
I hate Fury.
Come on, let me get through all this nonsense. Okay. So, are you guys ready to write down my friend code? Oh god.
Do you guys want
I was
mine
just
as well?
attacked. All right, hold on. Let me deal with this. Haboosh. How did you guys start with 70 some odd gods? Whatever. That's 2 odd gods. Fuck you. Boop. 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 Okay. My friend code is 750-482-9524, and it is now in the chat. I put spaces, so it kind of looks like a phone number. But that way, it's only for easier reading. When you input it, there will obviously be no spaces. But that is my friend code. And yes, the Akamura can write her friend code in the chat as well.
Let me grab it.
So, there you go. So if you have your phones ready, there you go. Since I'm streaming, I'm not gonna, like, I already just closed it. I'll start getting all of your numbers and such after the stream. Although if you friend me, I'll accept you as soon as I get it going. Can't believe there are so many of you Fire Emblem players, Fire Emblem Hero players among the Hawks. That's awesome. So, man, now I want to make a Blazing Hawks guild on Fire Emblem Heroes, even though they don't have guilds. Alright. Bam. And with those kills that just happened on screen, Kit now has the most knockouts among everybody, surpassing even Leon, which is a goddamn shock in my opinion. So, oh man, this place is so long. Where are you spitting on the floor again, the Akamura?
I wasn't spitting off the floor, and it wasn't a nail this time.
I'm not sure that makes it better.
Well, I mean, no, I'm just gonna let that remain a mystery.
Oh. Ryu is the odd one out playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I thought of you. I saw that game was recently recommended to me too, and I thought about getting it for you. Although I don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know what rule set it's using from Yu-Gi-Oh! Not that I know much about the rule sets. I've played like 2 or 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, and they were all slightly different from each other, which was very strange. The one I am most familiar with is the PlayStation one, which I cannot remember. But I do know it was hard as hell, and I didn't know what was going on. Especially because on the PlayStation one, like, one of the things they talk about is combine cards to see which ones work. But then they're like, which ones do work to combine? We're not going to tell you. Just experiment. And that fucking doesn't help shit.
No.
Like, it's so illogical what cards work with what, that if there is some sort of system, it's beyond my comprehension. So, I never even looked up a guide or anything. It was
Sad Nico says, Brave Lynn is in a banner. Yep. Bravelyn is broken in.
Did you just find a treasure, or did you get caught on the wall? You're caught on the wall. The monsters show some very unusual behavior in this dungeon. They'll bap themselves into a wall. Tick mark.
Tick mark. You want to hear some bullcrap, guys? I did that one, and I picked red, and I got Brave Roy, which I already have one of. What am I gonna do with that? Nothing.
Combine them?
I don't run with Brave Roy. They're both level 1.
But I mean, at least that way it'll be level 1+1.
What I want to do is I want to look through his stuff, his stats, his bits.
And inherit it to
see
somebody.
If he has any good skills.
Yeah, I still haven't done any really advanced skills in the game yet either.
Nico has all Lynn's but Bridal.
I have Bridal Lynn. She was my first bae. It's funny because I lived and died by her, but then she slowly became outclassed because her heal only is 7 hit points flat, which is fine when you're sub-level 20, but once you get into the 20s and 30s and 40s of your hit points, then healing for 7 is garbage. So she has been replaced by Elise on my A team.
Do you all want to be a little infuriated with me? I had a normal Lynn that I trained all the way up to level 40, and then I just fed her into one of my Christmas gays.
Who are you?
Dead.
Well, yes, but he was very strange. Anyway, you fed Bridal Lynn to a Christmas gay?
No, not Bridal Lynn, but normal Lynn.
That is the weirdest sentence I've probably ever said.
Prom. Yep.
It's like in Dead or Alive Extreme when I talk about feeding swimsuits to the ladies to make them happy.
Like,
there he is again! What the frick, man?
Put this in your mouth.
He's a Torio. I don't know what a Torio is, but he's dead now. Some sort of special Joker.
Well, sorry. I'm a bad person.
Yes, thank you, Lord Arios.
So
He
Nico
said it around the
says you
same
can
time.
upgrade her or give her a better rod.
So, tick mark? Yep, another tick mark.
Tick mark. Okay.
What are we up
yeah,
to?
Don't forget that you can, once you get to the spot, we're up to 5. But once you get to the spot, you can refine her weapon into something better.
I still don't know how weapon refinement works. I haven't messed with that system yet.
It's, SP plus,
Huh.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Does that have a limit?
I mean, with what's available to refine it into, but that's it. As long as you have the stuff, you can keep on. I mean, you can't level it up, but you can pick and choose which buffs you get.
Okay. So it doesn't make the weapon physically stronger.
It doesn't make it physically stronger, but it does add buffs and it adds stats.
I see. Which could indirectly make it stronger.
Oh, guys! Speaking of Ikes, I got Vanguard Ike.
Envy me. I will never stop telling that.
I've thought about trying to get another Android emulator so I can play it on my PC as well. Or other games on my PC that are on my tablet, like the Kairosoft games, which are huge.
Phoenix says it can increase might because Silver Dagger gets +4 might from refinement. Vanguard Ike is red. As he fucking should be.
I love how the Akamura barely talked throughout any of this, and now that you're discussing Fire Emblem Heroes, she is being a chatty Cathy.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I'm just I will confess, a part of me is like, where was this fire and chattiness during Monster Rancher? But like I said, I understand that long streams can be kind of tough to keep your focus and keep talking about the game. I understand. I've been doing this for years. I know how... I understand. Beetle emoji. Ew.
Edgy swordsman Ike that wants to avenge his father. No, this one grew up. It's grown-up Ike. It's a Radiant Dawn Ike. Aw, talking shit about Ike. Ike's the best.
Yeah, that was my first exposure to Fire Emblem, seeing the characters in Smash Brothers. I didn't know who the hell they were. At the time, I remember asking around, and I was told that Roy and Marth were in a Japanese-only game. Like, I was like, what's Fire Emblem? And they were like, oh, it only came out in Japan. Was that true? I don't think it was true, was it?
At the time, yes. Marth debuted in America in Smash Bros.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So did they re-release the original Fire Emblems over here or something?
Yes,
I
with
see.
added art and stuff.
So it was sort of a Pokemon Fire Red kind of situation?
I think so.
Okay.
And, like, they only released some Fire Emblems. Like, I don't think Fire Emblem Jig Draw ever got an American release because incest.
What?
Yes, plot-relevant incest.
Plot-relevant incest?
Plot-relevant incest. The worst kind of incest.
So they couldn't just dodge around it by doing a Sailor Uranus situation?
No, the main villain has to boink his sister. Well, the main villain in the first half.
Oh my god, that is one of my favorite words for fuck.
It makes
Boinking.
it unattractive.
Yeah,
Which,
it makes
you
it
know,
adorable. It somehow makes it adorable. Anyway. Okay, that's cool. What Ryu said. Fire Emblem came to America because it was in Smash Brothers. That's awesome.
Yep.
Tick mark.
Mark.
The only thing that I've noticed so far playing Fire Emblem Awakening is because my only exposure to Fire Emblem to that point had been Fire Emblem Heroes, I didn't realize things like permadeath or the fact that your weapons break. That's weird to me, that you have to keep buying weapons. I don't know. It's weird. But at the same time, it's one of those games that I think I could really enjoy because it's like... fuck, man, I almost said Grand Theft Auto. I am really tired. I don't think I'm showing it. Like, I don't think it's in my voice. Is it in my voice? How tired I am?
I don't think so.
But man, it is in my brain. Anyway, Fire Emblem is similar to Final Fantasy Tactics, sort of. But, like, it's that kind of tactical gameplay that I really enjoy. So I think I can get into it. I'm seriously thinking about emulating Awakening rather than trying to continue playing it on the DS because it really hurts my hands, guys. I cannot tell you how much it hurts my hands. And I hate it. Like, I didn't used to be like that. I don't know if my joints are starting to lock up or what, but, like, I never had that problem before. And clearly I was done growing as a human years ago.
I also think that it is just your DSXL because it hurts my hands.
Maybe. Like, it's hard for me to bend my fingers that way.
Yeah, it's too big.
No, like, it's not too big for me. It's too small. Or rather, I should say the placement of the buttons and D-pad and what do they call it? The glide pad, all in relation to each other, hurts my hands. I can't get full extension on my fingers, and that's what hurts. Which is why I'm glad. I was happy to discover that the Virtual Console has DS games on it, and you can play DS games on your Wii pad. And man, that's so much better. I got Zelda Spirit Tracks, and I'll be honest, I emulated Spirit Tracks before I bought it, because I was a naughty, and I enjoyed the game, but playing it on my computer hurt my hand a bit, like having to deal with the mouse and the controller at the same time. But I couldn't imagine playing it on my DS, so I got it on the Wii U, and drawing on the tablet is way easier and doesn't hurt. I'm so happy.
I don't mean to keep interrupting you. It's just sometimes I think you're done talking and then you have a tangent. I'm sorry.
I speak in tangents. Oh, God. Wait. Haha! Didn't have a fight. Tick mark.
Cosmic Phoenix is recommending Genealogy of the Holy War. That's the sister boinking one. That's the sister bonking one.
Was it ever translated into English at least?
I don't know. Last I checked, it wasn't.
Aw, you'd be too skeeved in order to play it.
Yes. It's also one of the hardest, so you might not want to start with it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the permadeath. Like, it's a really good challenge. I actually started Awakening playing permadeath mode just because I was kind of teasing the Yakamura and kept calling, like, she calls herself a ween, and I'm like...
Oh yeah, I soft reset like a motherfucker in the
Yes.
Fire Emblem 9.
Is that what it is? Whichever one you're playing on the GameCube? Yeah, she keeps resetting, and I say that she's playing
There's
Ween
a button
mode.
to do it, so shush.
Ween mode. And so I'm like, I don't want to be a ween when I play Fire Emblem, so I played on
And then Sully
Classic.
died, and you're like conflicted because you want to reset, but you won't.
I think Sully didn't die, she just went home to pet her kitty.
Sully didn't have an S support, she dead.
She took a spear through the face, and she went home to pet her kitty.
Dead.
So she is fine, and you're a meanie pants.
By fine, you mean dead.
She's fine, she's healthy, and in one piece, and you're a meanie pants.
She dead.
Anyway, so I'm going to restart Awakening and play on Ween mode because I don't want to lose Tharja because Tharja is bae and will rip my face off because she is normal. And that's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Oh, I thought
Huh?
I thought you were too cool for the casual mode.
I am too cool for the casual mode. I'm a professional gamer. For the kids, you know, to teach them valuable life lessons.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
I know you are. Luckily, what I just said was not bullshit.
No, it's ranking pretty high. That is some grade A grass-fed Wagyu bullshit.
Nico agrees with you. That girl dead. She is not dead. She took a spear to the face, got knocked off her horse, and said she was going to retreat, and clearly it was because she needed to feed her kitties. I don't know what you people are talking about. She took a little breather. That's right.
Phoenix says
Someone's gonna
genealogy
believe.
doesn't have any incest for the main characters, at least, but it is a plot point that two half-siblings have to boink.
Oh, really? So it's not your characters who are boinking, it's just
I
like...
mean, technically one of your units gets taken in the first generation, and then all sorts of shit goes down. But in the second generation, you can glitch it so two half-siblings can boink amongst your characters.
But
And
if it's a
not meant to happen.
glitch...
I think you can actually pull it off.
But if it's a glitch, then why would it turn you off that it's in the game? Like, can't you just dodge it if it's a glitch?
You can dodge that, but not the plot important one.
Oh, there's two separate ones. I see what
Yes.
you're saying. I see what you're
There's
saying.
those characters, and then their mother.
What?
Their mother has to boink her brother.
What?
One of them.
Wow. I am amazed Nintendo allowed that on their system. That is shocking. Boy,
Ryu
that...
says, do casual mode. It's too painful for the audience. Yeah, the audience when the characters die.
Exactly what Ryu said. See, I'm doing it for the kids.
Guys, come on. At least own up to it.
They're owning up how painful it is to see Sully have to retreat and pet her kitties. Tick mark.
Yes, she is Cosmic Phoenix. Actually. Yes, she is. Arvis is her brother. They have the same mother. And in fact, Arvis is attracted to Deidre because she looks like his mother.
Oh, wow. That is a lot to unpack.
Right. Spoiler alert! Turns out...
How did Nintendo let that go through? That's shocking to me. I mean,
Yeah,
Nintendo is worried about gay people in their games.
Here's
How the hell?
story, Cosmic Phoenix. Deidre's mom had Arvis with Arvis's
Aw.
dad. Deidre's mom cheated on Arvis's dad with the prince of their nation, the Prince of Granval. Deidre's mom ran the fuck away and had Deidre and died. Deidre grew up in the forest. She met Sigurd. They had Salif together. Deidre got brainwashed and was given to Arvis, who loved her because she looked just like his mom. They boinked and had twins, one of whom became the evil big bad, the other of whom, because she has the blood of the prince.
Whoa! Okay, what are we on?
9? Unless I haven't been...
We're on 9?
Unless
We were that close last time? Shit, man!
Yep.
Because you can't look at this and tell me there's not some bullshit that's about to happen.
Yep. That's a trap.
Here we go.
But, anyway, because... Julia
Whoa, fuck me!
has the blood of the dragon person. She has Naga's blood because she's the prince's granddaughter. And she becomes your,
Are you
guess,
fucking serious?
Mage MacGuffin? Nico says incest isn't as taboo in Japan as it is in America. Yes, if I remember correctly, first cousins can get married in Japan.
First cousins can get married here in some states.
You're thinking of second cousins.
No.
Oh, yeah. Alabama's weird.
I wouldn't exist if 2 first cousins hadn't boinked.
Probably neither would I. But let's not think about that.
Holy shit, we killed the boss. Was that the final boss? Because I sure didn't fucking exist for it very long. Are we done? Is this a boss gauntlet? Am I gonna have to go through bosses?
Looks like it.
I bet you there's gonna be one every 10 floors. I bet you that's what's happening. Or every 9 floors. I bet you that's what's going to happen.
But yeah, Phoenix, you missed some big important background details, apparently. And I think right before Deidre died, she even told Arvis that they were related.
Did you scar one of our fans?
Maybe?
Yeah, exactly, TC. That's what I thought. First cousins can marry in almost all states. I was pretty sure they could. It's not exactly looked up on, you know, but I was fairly sure it was legal.
That's fucked up.
What it is. If I remember right, first cousins are distantly related enough that either there's like a... I'm not endorsing any of this. I'm just making conversation, by the way. There is... Because... If you remember right, if we go back far enough, everybody is related to everybody. You know? I mean, like, there are such a things as common ancestors. Tick mark. So...
sorry, Cosmic. I didn't mean to spoil for you.
So there is... I know it's been proven that if 2 people are distantly related enough, then their child has little to no chance of having the genes from that. I want to say first cousin was distant enough, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is second cousin that's distant enough.
Yes, because second cousins aren't even blood related.
Okay, maybe that's it then. Maybe that's the
second
distance.
Cousins are the cousins of your cousins.
Okay. I can't remember, though. I'm trying to remember a first cousin. Let's see. So first cousins would share the same grandparent.
Excuse me.
Right? First cousins share the same grandparent, which means...
First cousins' parents are siblings.
Yes. Okay. That's interesting. Like that, I don't know. That's just.
Ryu
and again, not that I'm pursuing anything or trying to say anything. It's just, it's to me interesting to talk about DNA, genetics. It's all a fascinating subject to me.
Yep. Ryu says, I heard there are tons of very distantly related members of England's royal family. Yes. Intermarriage for political ties was very common way back in the day.
Right.
And And that's why hemophilia, I think is what it's called the King's Evil, because a bunch of cousins started boinking and spread that shit around the royal family like a plague. Second cousins are people who share a great-grandparent.
Okay. So yeah, so like, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder, tick mark. I wonder where the line is. I know it's been studied. I know there's an answer that beyond a certain point, you're basically in the clear. But I can't remember what that line is.
I thought the two cousins' children would be cousins once removed. I thought that was how that
I still
worked.
don't understand what once removed means.
It's a generational thing.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's how that works.
Can I just say this has been the weirdest stream for conversation that we have ever had, probably. Although we will probably top it within a few months. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep.
Sorry.
My cousin Denise is the daughter of my mother's uncle. So she's my mother's cousin, and I believe my cousin once removed. I think that's how it works.
I would have to look up a strict definition because it's always difficult for me to envision what remove means. You know? I don't know. This is weird. This video is going to get downvoted to hell. Like, it's going to get upvoted until everyone gets to this part of the conversation, and then everyone's just going to downvote the shit out of this video. But in all seriousness, I'm fascinated by science. Legit. And this is science. This is biology. So, it's fascinating to me. That's the only reason I'm having this discussion. Bam! There we go. That is win number 150 for Kit. So she is doing very well here. Holy crap, man. Thank you. Damn, Kit. This is a second game where a frickin' pixie is the one who's leading the charge. Who led the charge in Monster Rancher 3? Guys, do you remember? Do you remember what we had for the final monster of Monster Rancher 3?
Right, he's like, first cannibalism, now incest. I hesitate to ask what we'll talk about next.
Whoa. I was about to bring up,
children.
like,
We're gonna have a nice long chat about PYRO'S.
I was about to bring up two different things, and I'm like, no, just don't even start that. That is Kit's 200th knockout. Back to Monster Rancher, is there an actual end boss? According to what I saw, yes, there is an actual end boss. My estimate is that we're going to have a boss. We're basically having a hard version of the major bosses in the game. So in theory, when we get to floor 50, we'll have seen everything. I guess. I don't know. I'm going off of a very old message board post. So I'm keeping track of, I'm just keeping track of this, and I assume what I'm going to do is add, like, a disclaimer at the beginning of this video to say, like, okay, here's the deal with this. Maybe I'll split it up. I don't know. I don't know. Yep. Well, that's my estimate. I mean, there were 5 major bosses, I think, unless I'm miscounting. So, in theory, there would be 50 floors if bosses are appearing every 10 floors, which at least they had been for now. So, I'm working off conjecture as much as anybody, Chibi Girl. For all I know, this doesn't actually have an end, and you're just gonna loop bosses. But hey, man, someone's got to discover this, and I've apparently volunteered myself to do so, even though I'm on a half-hour of sleep right now. Because I'm an idiot. But I also love Monster Rancher, and therefore that's what's happening right now. What are you up to, Yakura?
I'm looking through skills, trying to see which characters I can switch into my other character.
I see.
Bailiff's A skill sucks.
Looks like Nightmare currently has the best... It seems that Nightmare has the best win percentage. Although he's currently tied with Win. So I'd have to go beyond one more decimal to see. Alright, tick mark. What are we up to?
13?
That's it? God damn, this is gonna take for friggin' ever. Alley Cat was the monster we beat Monster Rancher 3 with, and she was a Durahan. Okay. It was a Durahan? Wow. I don't remember that. Hoo boy, I've played a lot of Monster Rancher. Oh, the nice thing about doing this is that I'm basically burning myself out of Monster Rancher Evo. So once this is over, I won't want to play it anymore. And that'll be fine. That will be fine. It's still my favorite Monster Rancher. But, like, I could use a break from it, you know? I think I gave myself, what, a month between Monster Rancher 3 and Monster Rancher Evo, which felt pretty good. So, I might do the same thing again and give me a chance to catch up on some of the outstanding series that I have going, like War for the Overworld and SimCity and the like. Okay. Is that me or is this place brighter now?
It looks a little brighter, yeah.
And it's not doing the crap.
Yeah, it looks a lot brighter. You're on your way up, right? Might be getting brighter as you go up.
Maybe. This game was very, This game was very strange about explaining itself. Or, better put, the game didn't explain itself, so we are really going off of conjecture a lot here. Ah! Run away. No! Oh. I tried to take his back and it didn't work. Lisa's contacting us about Thunder. You may want to respond.
What did you give this boy today? He's big.
Apparently Thunder is bouncing off the walls. You gave him a trait, and I let him roll around in the snow for a bit. So, yeah, let her know. Tell her I would have been talking more, but we're doing the show. She'll apologize, but like, tell her, you know, don't apologize, we're fine, everything's fine. Whatever. SimCity, gosh darn, you got me addicted. Yes, SimCity, it's a good game. Which is odd, because it didn't start out that way. That one had to age. SimCity definitely had to age a bit, because its release was garbage, EA lied to us, the always-on DRM was stupid, like, the whole fucking thing was dumb. But then once the expansion came out, which fixed one big problem, and people started learning it a little bit better, and EA put in the offline mode and everything, like, it's not bad. City Skyline is still the better game, by far, but SimCity's not bad. It's not bad.
He's being goofy.
He's being goofy.
Did you turn blue light off your screen?
I did. I didn't realize that was an option. I just discovered it this morning.
It's very red.
Yes. Tick
My
mark.
phone can do that, but it looks weird to me.
It does look a little weird, but at least this morning at frickin' 2 in the morning when I was trying to figure out what to do with my morning, it eased my eyes. That's why I did that. It was easier on my eyes because I was not feeling well this morning. Yes, I see. Kaboosh. Damn it. Stay down, buddy.
Ooh,
That's a
I have
robot
spare
dog.
Donald. That means, guys.
At this point, I'm not even paying attention to the fights. I'm just, like, going through. Like, this is the least we have grinded so much, and our monsters are so damn strong that, we are just obliterating everything we come to, and I don't even have to pay attention anymore. Which is great. Because if there's one thing Pyros don't want to do, it's pay attention. Did I just accidentally tell... Yeah. Didn't matter. We're really racking up the wins here, too. And the knockouts, obviously. Like, Kit surpassed Leon's knockout count, but now she's grossly going past it, so... Tick mark. Okay.
Now it looks darker. Weird.
Yeah, it's not darker. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when it turns off the blue light, the screen seems darker because blue light is very, very intense. And that's why, especially when you're surrounded by darkness...
I was talking about the level looks darker.
Oh, yes. Yes. I thought you meant the screen.
I just
but yes.
stuck reciprocal aid on Soren, so that'll be great since I don't have a healer in this group.
Like, I would stop and take a break, but I don't know if I have to do this in one sitting. My PlayStation 2 better not fucking explode. Oh, that's another thing. Like, part of the reason why I'm kind of eager to get this done is because once I finish this, I will be done with my PlayStation 2, and I can pack it back away and put my Xbox back in the rotation. Because there are no more PlayStation 2 games in my inventory, my real life inventory here, that I want to do for the show. There's one more game, maybe, that I would want to do for the show, but I don't own it. I'd have to go find it, and it might be tough to find, and I don't know how entertaining... Actually, no, tick mark. I take that back. It'd be entertaining, but it wouldn't be fun. But that's why it would be entertaining. Could one of you possibly look this up for me? I believe the game was called Lifeline, and it was its gimmick. Like, the story is so passé it doesn't matter. But the gimmick of it was that the game was entirely controlled by your voice. And I found that fascinating, and the game did it badly. The game executed it very poorly. But I kind of enjoyed it, and I think it'd be entertaining to do for the show. And I wouldn't need any special headset. I would just have to plug a second mic. I'd have to plug a microphone into my PlayStation 2 through the USB jack, and I can just use any old headset to do that. But it is Lifeline. Thank you, Cosmic Phoenix. So the story of it is you're playing as a girl, and you're trying to get through the space station that was invaded by monsters for reasons. And she only listens to your voice. And a little bit of it is stupid, because like when she's under attack, she doesn't shoot on her own. You have to tell her to shoot. Like, it's one thing to where you have to tell her where to target. That sort of makes sense. But you have to literally say shoot in order to get her to fire, and that can be annoying. Tick mark. So, but, oh, what are we on?
16, which means I probably lost count. 17. Let's just add 3.
I don't think you missed 3. That's what I'm saying, like, I don't think you missed 3. If you missed any, you would have missed 1, maybe 2.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think you missed any, because you were pretty diligent about hitting it whenever I said tick mark. So maybe it's just shorter than 50 floors. I don't know. All right, here we go. So the second boss. All right, there's the monolith. Now on the post, it said this was the final guy. So let's see if that's true. Oh, God. He is blocking everything.
Oh, God.
Wow!
Whoa!
Shit. Whoops, I just added those to the win column. That's not right. That's not right at all.
My name is Tigris. Yep, everybody's just like, whoa. I should actually change that. Because normally I play games as my characters, so.
I'm sitting on the screen because I'm thinking. I mean, there's no way I want to attempt this again right now, because we've been at this over 3 hours. I'm tired. And
Nico says, I think it's fair to say that this is the final boss.
Yeah. So that was only 17 floors, assuming you kept count?
Yep.
That's not bad. We did that in what? Maybe about a half hour or so?
Uh-huh. We could do it again for an after party on Sunday.
Maybe.
But we want the recording of it.
Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, I've kept after parties before. It's just my policy not to keep after parties. I could keep after parties for everything if I wanted to. I just do it to try to bring in more people. Alright, here's the thing. Getting to the boss was reachable. Again, it only took me about 30 to 40 minutes. That's not bad. I've done much longer insane challenges before. I did the fucking 000 challenge with Link to the Past that took me 7.5 hours. Half hour is nothing. And Kit still has not maximized her ability. And we still haven't bred her yet. Like, Kit's gonna have a fuck ton of power. So here's what I'm saying. I don't think this is like beating the Volcano Plus in Monster Rancher 4. I think this is doable. Because we landed a hit on him, and he lost a chunk of his health. So, what I propose is that I don't put a pin in this yet. Because it was very reachable to get to him. We got a hit in, we did okay. I could beat him with higher accuracy. Like, if I just switched Kit's training regimen to be pure accuracy, we could have him. So here's what I propose. We call an end to the stream for now, or at least the Monster Rancher part of the stream. We can deal with an informal after party if you guys want. We'll discuss that. We'll call it for now, but I'm gonna save the soundless fireworks. I think we can do this. It's difficult, not impossible. Fair enough. And yes, Kit babies. I don't want to give up. I understand where Ryu's coming from. But the thing is, when we got this close, and it was definitely doable that we hit him, I think he's gettable. I don't think this is a situation where it'd be me bashing my head into the console 50,000 times to get it to work right. I think he's gettable. So let's put a pin in this for now. I don't know when we will revisit it. We may do it for a streaming Sunday. I may do it for an off-day stream like I did for today. But, yeah, sure. We'll buy a lucky lotto ticket. It's disappointing. I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed that's how it ended and so quick. But I'm not ready to call an end to the game. Especially if that's our last challenge. It would drive me insane to let him go. Because he's gettable. We hit him. Yep. We took out 1/4 of his hit points. No, about 1/5. About 1/4. So with a little bit more training, we can do it. Because, like, alright. I just saved. I'm going to jump out of here real quick just to show the numbers. Because at this point, especially for Kit, it came down to accuracy. So, where is she? There she is. Her accuracy is level 13. That's not even the highest we've had. The highest we had was, I think Zavalence and Nukes and Nightmare all are like level 14 or 15 accuracy. So, we can get him. We just have to switch her training around. Because she's a level 18 intelligence. She's very strong. She just needs to hit better. Like, if she had hit him all 4 times or 3 times, he would have gone down.
There's Lord Aridos' friend code. Inundate him with friend requests.
Did Zans or Nolans get nerfed in Evo? No, they well, I haven't used a golem yet. Zans most certainly did not. Nightmare was a Zavalence, or Nightmare was a Zan primary, and he beat the shit out of everybody. He just suffered because he played second string to Nukes. So I want to give this asshole another go. So we'll do this later. I don't know when. Keep subscribed to the channel. I guess I'll download this video after all. And make an edited version. I also want to time skip out of that part where I was trying to figure out information for like 5 or 10 minutes. Use the champion tank. Yeah, like we haven't even played with our big prize yet. I mean, and I don't even know what it does. Let's run off to the store real quick. Like, again, I've already saved. I'm just going to end it here. I'm not going to advance a week, but I kind of want to dick around. This will give us a plan to work with at least the next time we play. But yeah, like I know you were mainly joking, right? But it's like I've dealt with really hard bosses before where I'm like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna try this. Like the Emerald Weapon from Final Fantasy VII. Like, he's goddamn impossible if you don't know his little bullshit secret. So, but this guy isn't that like that. A large tank for power, accuracy, and defense. Wow. So if we give the champ tank to, who was it? Who's our best attacker? Like, physical attacker. Blade's up there. We just haven't been training him. Krieger is up there. Krieger has a 15 power and a 17 accuracy. And he's got good moves, too. He's got these two, but especially that one if he lands it. A life damage. The thing is, like, the reason Kid is so efficient is because Starlight has an S hit rate and does fantastic guts damage. So yeah, like a Kit Baby would be fun, except again, what I would really need is a champ-like tank, but something that does intelligence, not power. It'd be a really good idea to have big tank take all the hits while you spam away at him. That's not a bad idea. Part of the reason he may have squished me is because we had all 3 of our monsters lined up. So yeah, he's gettable. I'm not willing to walk away after 1 attempt. I want a piece of his ass. Don't take that out of context. So, we can get him. We'll just do it another time, but we can get him. I've got faith in this team. This is a very strong team. We didn't even try a union attack on him. So, yeah, he has those stats and not even at 2 years. So, like, if we start and I mean seriously training Krieger here, because Zans live a while. And remember, even if Krieger doesn't make it, he's going to have kids. So, we're going to be fine. I want another piece of that boss. So, that'll do it for today, though. Obviously, none of us have the energy to go through all that again right now. But we have a game plan. We will do it next time. And who knows, maybe the next stream won't even take that long. Because if we just blitz the boss and beat him on the next attempt, we're golden, and then we can walk away. So, stay subscribed to the channel. If you're watching this from the archive, especially, stay subscribed to the channel. Keep an eye on when the next one drops. I am not willing to say complete yet on the series, but it will come soon. And I am sure we will be good. I didn't say no AP. Let me wrap up the archive version, and then we can discuss it and figure out where to go from there. But if we're gonna break new ground on YouTube and stuff, you know, if I'm gonna be one of the few, if not only YouTuber who actually completes this, then I need to complete it, and we are gonna give that son of a bitch another shot. I am tired, but I'm not that tired. Anyway, if you're watching this from the archive, that'll do it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay subscribed so you know when the next one's going to be. Check the video description for links to my book, the Discord server, PayPal and Patreon, and other ways you can support the channel. I will not pass out streaming, Chibi Girl, I promise. If you are watching this live, stick around for the discussion of any potential after party. But if you are watching this from the archive, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again sometime for another stream.
Bye.